How are we doing? I think that worked. Can you see me? Can you hear me today? Have I figured out how to run my stream correctly after all this time? I doubt it. I doubt it. All right. Well, welcome. Welcome, friends and family, to the Wednesday live edition of... What is the name of my show? Progressive Matters. Thank you, Bucket. Always here. The best mod, the most incredible mod, the most tremendous mod. Bucket. Yeah. Redonk a lot. I think I'm just gonna make you're gonna become top cop, Bucket. Is I just think that I don't know if I can trust that Redonk guy. He keeps saying like really nice things about Vivek, and that just makes me I'm scared of him. Ah, Jesus, he's here. SummerSlam! I think maybe we have a Royal Rumble to decide who gets to be top mod. You guys want to do that? You guys want to? We could live stream a Royal Rumble style top mod competition. I don't know. My money's actually on Fatty, to be honest with you. Uncle Fatty's kind of crazy. You get in there, he'll toss you guys out. What's happening, Great Pill? I saw that you were here an hour ago, Redonk. You off work? What's going on? You trying to put a roof on your house, or you trying to rebuild a transmission, or what is going on? All right, big news. Next time that we go around with this, we're gonna have a more of a format. I've made decisions. Decisions have been made. We are looking to change the format and the naming and the branding and all the business that goes along with the show. We are going to do the show from this point on as Progressive Matters. We are going to change our name from Angry Ginger Productions to Progressive Matters. If I can make that happen, we're going to put up a new artwork for it. All that business as we attempt to become a little more serious and get away from the fact that this channel was originally named after a inside joke between me and my daughter that nobody else understands. But we're going to do that. Doing things makes me feel better. Well, first of all, it makes us all feel better when your car has a proper transmission, Redonk. Proper transmission, so you're not just like smogging up. I don't think it has anything to do with smog, but I'm going to blame it on you anyways. Smogging up the atmosphere. Destroying the ozone. Putting a huge hole in the ozone. Hey, what's happening, Nathan? All right. So today, this is going to be like hopefully the last of this format if I get my ass in gear and start doing stuff. We're going to just like watch some stuff. We'll talk about some stuff. Have a good time like we always do. But moving on from this point forward, we're going to have some segments to the shows. We're going to have the old man segment of going through the news and looking at stuff. We're going to have the segment that we will do today as well that our good friend Redonk has put forth, and we're going to call it Illness or Educated. And we're all going to guess. It's going to be like a game show. You guys aren't going to win anything because I don't have enough money for my half yacht. That means you guys don't get any money for your answers. Maybe one day. Maybe we start like a GoFundMe where we put all the money in. The winner of Illness or Education gets to win that. I don't know. We're brainstorming, guys. Let's not get too crazy. Illness or Education. What up, DJ? What's up, Petrie? All my favorites are always here on Wednesdays. I love you guys. You guys make me so happy. You guys are making this possible. Every day of the week that I think about this is because of you guys. Mostly I'm thinking about Redonk and his really, really terrible points of view on Vivek. We're going to watch a Vivek video tonight, too. Illness or Education is going to be one of our segments. I just want you guys to know that. Okay, so most of you guys are my age, and so I wanted to start the show with this. I know it's not, like, real political and stuff, but this was a big thing. What was it? Almost 20 years ago? Was it almost 20 years ago that young woman died in Aruba? Was it 20 years ago, guys? I feel like it was. Well, it's right there on the screen. I'm mildly mentally deficient. Dutchman has confessed to the 2005 killing of Natalie Holloway. Do you guys remember that? It was insane. Like, They have been
It is shocking.
seriously looking for this.
It is horrific to hear.
For 20 years.
That's describing the brutal things that he did to my daughter, Matt's sister. Today, I can tell you with certainty that after 18 years,
18 years.
Case, it's solved.
On a high school trip. And let me just say it too here. When we talk about a two-tier justice system, when Donald Trump likes to talk about his two-tier justice system, there is a two-tier justice system. Rich-ass people and poor-ass people, okay? I'm pretty sure, wasn't this Vandersloot kid, wasn't he rich? Wasn't everybody from that family, like, rich as hell? I don't know about Natalie's, Holloway's family, but I can tell you this right now. I know that somebody named Vandersloot obviously has a lot of money. I'm just going to go out there and say that. They always knew, but the body had never been recovered. It's so crazy. So crazy. Yeah, well, okay. Is that where Aruba is? Okay, see, my school was so poor, Redonk, and you know this. my school was so poor, they didn't tell us where the Bahamas were. We didn't even get to have that class. That was nowhere in our geography class. We got to know where like Arizona was and Texas, Washington, not even Washington D.C., just regular ass Washington. That's as far as our studies let us get. We didn't get to go to the Bahamas. You went to Sunsplash. I go to Sunsplash every once in a while now, Redonk. That's right, because I moved up in the world. I take my kids to Sunsplash every year. We fry our ginger skin out there. Luckily, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but my kids actually have Hawaiian blood, so they actually start turning brown when they're in the sun. They don't turn the bright red color that I turn. It's a beautiful thing. So proud of them for having a mom that's Hawaiian, that understands how to absorb pigment or melatonin. What is it? Melanin? That's what it is, right? They didn't even turn the water. I know, right? Didn't even turn the water on for us at school. That's how poor we were. All right. So anyways, like, yeah, this is crazy stuff, man. 20 years later, he confesses to it.
As far as I'm concerned,
20 years.
It's over. Ron Vandersloot is no longer the suspect in my daughter's murder. He is the killer.
Wow.
In the course of his felony prosecution, here for extortion and wire fraud indictment, he gave a proffer in which he finally confessed that he killed.
Hold on. Is the rest of his family also going to jail? I'm like yelling in the mic today. Is the rest of his family also going to jail for other shit now? Is that what's going on? Did he finally admit to this crime because he already was going to get prosecuted for other crimes already? I should have looked up more of this story before I watched this video.
Natalie. He described when and how he killed her. He said that after killing her on the beach in Aruba, he put her into the water, and that was the last that he ever saw her.
Wow.
That was all verified by a comprehensive and conductive conclusive polygraph test. You will also have details of the plea agreement which was reached, his sentence of extortion, and the wire fraud will run concurrently with a sentence in Peru for killing Stephanie Flores.
Oh, he did another one?
She has to go
Look
back to
at
her
that
hotel,
guy.
I was just trying to get dropped off a little bit further away from her hotel so we could walk back to her hotel, and I might still get a chance to be with her.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping for.
Okay. So what happens?
Yeah, Deepak drops me off at a place a little right of the Marriott Hotel known as the Fisherman's Huts. This place is not so far from, the next hotel is the Marriott, and the next hotel after that is another Marriott, which is a timeshare, and then it's the
How's he know it's a timeshare?
Well, we walk along the beach.
All right. Do Deepak and Satish get out? Come with you? What happens to them?
Yeah, did you have partners?
They leave. They go back to their home. I assume they go back to their home.
They didn't do the
get
murder.
In their car and they leave. I'm actually with.
I'm sorry, guys. I had no idea that I was going to turn this political podcast into a true crime podcast tonight, but this is happening.
With Natalie walking along the beach. I find a space before we get to the Marriott hotel, where I lay her down. We lay down together in the sand, and we start kissing each other. I get her to kiss me again. We start kissing each other. And I start feeling her up again, and she tells me no. She tells me she doesn't want me to feel her up. I insist. I keep feeling her up either way.
Look at that psycho. You don't say no to that psycho right there. Holy Jesus, Jordan Vandersloot. Man, this is crazy stuff.
And she knees me. She ends up kneeing me in the crotch. When she knees me in the crotch, I get up on the beach and I kick her extremely hard in the face.
Oh, God, dude.
Yeah, she's laying down unconscious, possibly even dead, but definitely unconscious.
What the hell, man?
I see right next to her there's a huge cinder block.
Oh, no.
Laying on the beach.
Oh,
When
no.
you say cinder block, looking at the walls of this place, is it like those?
The exact same cinder blocks. I see a huge cinder block laying on the beach. I take this and I smash her head in with it completely.
Oh, my God. This
her
guy
face
needs to go to
basically,
prison for like ever. For
collapses
like
in.
fucking eternity.
Even though it's dark, I can see her face is collapsed in.
Oh, my God.
Afterwards, I don't exactly know what, I'm
What the hell?
scared. I don't know what to do, and I I decide to take her and to put her into the ocean. So
Wow.
I grab her and I half pull and half walk with her into the ocean.
How is this?
I push
How
her
did
off.
they not
I walk up
figure this
to
out?
about my knees into the ocean, and I push her off into the sea.
What the hell?
And, after that I get out. I walk home.
Yeah, man. Nope. See, this is why I'm pro death penalty. This is why I'm pro death penalty,
Attorney John
guys.
Kelly, who has
This is exactly why I am pro death penalty. Holy crap. No. Did you? Oh, I see Redonk now asking that if I don't support the death penalty. No, this is exactly why I do support the death penalty. Holy shot, man. Okay, sorry for anybody that wasn't looking to hear that. I apologize. I didn't even know that video was going to play. I didn't know that there was like a tape confession. So my apologies to anybody who didn't want to hear that. That was insane, and that is exactly why I am pro death penalty right there. Woo! Okay, well, that's a hell of a start to the show. It's a different Wednesday. All right. Welcome. Fatty murdered a turkey on his way here. It is a night of violence. Holy crap. Yeah, it's exactly why. I mean, what about public executions? Public executions? I don't know about that, man. I think that stuff gets out of control. That becomes a little bit more like gore watching or whatever. Back to politics. Not on purpose. You didn't. Sure, Fatty. You targeted that turkey, bro. You targeted that turkey. Oh. All right. So let's get back to politics now, which of course is just about as sad as that story. I think that this picture right here, says a lot about what's going on in the Speaker for the House right now. You've got Mr. Allegedly did cover up some crimes at the Ohio State that literally has had multiple wrestlers come forward to say that he knew all about it. He was told about it, said, no, of course I didn't. Kind of got a little bit of Donald Trump hair going on here. I can see that Jim Jordan is going the route of Donald Trump with the hair there. I also see these two. There's a lot of douchebag. A lot of douchebag in this picture right here. I feel that. It like exudes. Who do I have picked? I think Jim Jordan breaks Kevin McCarthy's record. I think he goes 15 plus, but eventually I think they give it to him. The Republicans are just too slimy right now. There's too much shadiness going on right now. There is hell to pay. I feel like right now what's going on in this party is only going to get worse, and I think that it's going to get worse at the hands of one Jim Jordan who is going to bully his way into this position. And we're going to read a little bit about that as it talks a little bit about this. For those of you who don't know, the first vote, he had 20 Republicans that voted for anybody else but Jim Jordan, including Austin Scott, who is featured in my newest Progressive, or actually second newest Progressive Matters video. You guys can watch any of the Progressive Matters at any time. They're all good. They're all funny. They're all great. You guys should go watch those. But 20 Republicans actually voted no on Jim Jordan becoming Speaker of the House in the first vote. And then in the second vote held this morning, 22 said no. So that actually set a record. I think it's the first time in like 50 years or something like that someone has gotten less than 200 votes. The Republican Party just steady breaking records, setting new records, modern records, just all the bad ones, none of the good ones, not doing a good job. Don Bacon, who is a Republican from Nebraska, who I believe he did vote no, says this: Jim's been nice one-on-one, but his broader team has been playing hardball. Now, Bacon's wife told Politico's Olivia Beavers, nice name, that she received multiple anonymous emails and texts from people demanding her husband back Jordan. This is where we're at, folks. So there is a woman named something Kramer who is a Trumper, who started like a Women for Trump thing and had her gain to fame on Twitter for a minute as being one of the only women alive that actually supports Donald Trump, the once or twice now convicted sexual abuser. And she posted all of these politicians' personal information online for people to get a hold of them. And of course, what these super mentally stable geniuses did is they're attacking these politicians' wives. Real smart move, because everybody knows the best way to get me to agree with what you want me to agree with is to send hateful messages to my wife. That won't get you beat up at all. This is what these people are sending. Oh, hold on. I've got, sick. You guys can't see the Facebook, but I got a really sweet message in Facebook. It says, I love your posts. You look very nice and good to be friends with. I tried sending you a friend request, but it wasn't going through. That's why I decided to drop a comment here. Dude, bots are so much nicer nowadays. You remember when bots would just ask for Bob's and vagine? Now they're like, I want to be your friend. I like everything you say. Okay, anyways, got distracted. Sorry. She's no sniper wolf. Redonk, you have now entered the YouTube sphere that you now know who Sniper Wolf is. That's amazing that you know who Sniper Wolf is. Oh, man. Okay. All right, anyways, back to it. Sorry, I got distracted by that sweet message from that bot. Okay, so here's what you got. This is what we're looking at here. No, we don't want notifications turned on. Stop it, Elon. Stop it. Talk to your husband. Tell him to step up and be a leader and help the Republican Party get a speaker. There's too much going on in the world for all this going on in the Republican Party. You guys take 5 steps forwards and then turn around and take 20 steps backward. No wonder our party always ends up getting screwed over. That's not even a bad message. But sending that to a politician's wife, Bad idea. Now this, why is your husband causing chaos by not supporting Jim Jordan? I thought he was a team player. I like her response to this. I actually 100% would vote for Bacon's wife. Who is this? Oh, now you have nothing to say. Your husband will not hold any political office ever again. What a disappointment and failure he is. He has more courage than you. You won't even put your name to your statements. I'm down with Don Bacon's wife. I would vote for Don Bacon's wife. I'm just putting that out there. Like, it is insane that that's where we're at. That we could just be doing this. Like, people are now sending messages to politicians that I'm not even a fan of. Don't even like these people, but you should not be text messaging this man's wife. That is crossing a line. That is insane. Let's see, what was it saying here? Other Republicans similarly told Politico they received a barrage of calls from local conservative leaders, though they blamed the onslaught on Jordan's supporters rather than the congressman himself. Other Republicans have referred to the tactics as bullying. This guy right here, this is the king of the simps. I don't know if you guys know who Byron Donalds is, but he is the simpiest of simps. Right here. This is it. Wait, do I have a are you guys dropping, if you guys are dropping sweet messages for me as moderators, I do you know I will take the simping. You simp away over there, my moderators. And then one day you will be the main mod because I'll take it away from Redonk because he's mean to everybody. Okay, you guys ready for this one? This is the simpiest of simps, and even he's calling it dumb.
Axios heading into all this was talking about the pressure campaign that had building to vote for Jim Jordan. Some were anonymously telling sources that they were getting bullied into vote. Was any of that a turnoff for some of these members?
I believe it.
I like that. I like that she has to ask whether or not, like, maybe they just have a fetish and they're into it. Like, over on the Republican Party, it's so bad right now. It seems like they like taking these ass whoopings. She's like, does that, like, make anybody upset?
I've talked to a couple of members where they felt that that's just not what they needed. I don't think that's what we should be doing right now. And listen, for all of the voters in our country, I think it's important for members to hear your voice, and I totally respect that. But I think that there are members up here who they want to be able to make this decision on leadership and then move forward. I think some of the pressure campaigns have backfired. They have not worked. And so I think that right now, under the leadership of Jim Jordan, I would request that people just take a break, take a pause, let the members work and figure this out amongst ourselves so we can elect Jim Jordan as speaker, and then we can get back to the work that we have to do.
I think what Byron's missing here is they're not going to elect Jim Jordan as speaker. They want Jim Jordan to be the speaker, and they think the only way they're going to get Jim Jordan the speaker, the position of the speaker, is to bully the other Republicans. This is like mind-blowing where we're at right now politically, that they're like literally begging Democrats to vote for Republicans, and they think that they're going to vote for somebody like Jim Jordan. Like, the Republicans at this point could clearly put forward a person that the Democrats may actually be willing to vote for. Jamie Raskin has came out and said there are Republicans that he would support. Now, he didn't say he'd vote for him, but he did say he would support them becoming the Speaker of the House. And who did they pick? They picked Jim. I am currently under investigation because some people said that I covered up sexual assault. Jordan. Like, that's who they picked. It just shows how dysfunctional things are right now. It's insane. What's happening, James? What's up, my man? Jesus Christ. Yeah, exactly. Scalise was in there. That was their first choice. He said he is David Duke without the baggage. David Duke was the Grand Wizard of the KKK. What are we doing? Oh, dude, Matt Gaetz. Can you imagine? I don't think Matt Gaetz has no friends left, dude. Matt Gaetz literally just like got yelled at by another Republican because he sent out some kind of a donation or a fundraising thing where he called them rhinos. This is how bad it is. They're like literally emailing each other hate mail. Oh my God, it's insane. Yeah, Jordan has never passed a single piece of legislation in 16 years. Never authored a bill. Hakeem Jeffries has authored 3. Hakeem Jeffries has supported something like 110 co-sponsored or sponsored bills. Jim Jordan is not there to lead. He's there to get popular, just like Matt Gaetz is. Matt Gaetz literally had a speaker removed from his position for the first time ever. There's been people that have stepped down, but there has never been a speaker that was actually removed by the vote in the middle of Congress, in the middle of his congressional term. And he only did that to make a name for himself. The Republican Party is in shambles. Right now, my John Anthony Castro video, for whatever reason, is blowing up. I got something like 1,200 views on it today when it had like 100 views earlier. That's how messed up the Republican Party is right now. They're starting to look into John Anthony Castro. That's my boy, okay? He's getting some love now. Holy Jesus. Let's see. Carlos Jimenez, who voted for former Speaker Kevin McCarthy on Tuesday, told Politico that the pressure tactics only made him double down on his position. He supposedly said, stand down, and they haven't stood down. Leaders are followed, he told Politico. Man, the one thing that will never work with me, if you try to pressure me, if you try to threaten me, then I shut off, says Representative Mario Diaz. These are the people on his team. Good God, man. Constant smears. It's just dishonesty at its core. Some members who voted for Jordan have suggested privately that they may switch their votes on the second or third ballots. 2 of them did. Who knows how many will switch their votes on the next one? This is insanity. Let's just go ahead and let's just lose and repeat. That's the name of this video. Okay, hold on. Byron Donaldson only got 1 vote for speaker. Nice. Yeah, Rhino is any Republican. I just said on the John Anthony Castro video, I'm getting a bunch of people, of course, that are going, Castro sounds like a Cuban dictator to me, because all these people can do is make fucking like elementary style like insults, right? It's the same reason that Donald Trump says Barack Hussein Obama over and over again. Barack Hussein Obama. It's because all they have is elementary school insults. That's it. They don't have any actual thoughts of their own, any actual like policy that they'd like to talk about. They just want to insult people. So they're on there talking about Castro saying, yeah, he's a communist. And I put a comment on there that said, the fact that there are Republicans coming on here and commenting about a Barry Goldwater traditional conservative and calling him a communist just shows exactly how far the Republican Party has fallen. 10 years ago, John Anthony Castro would not have been seen as being a rhino. He would have just been a Republican. But Donald Trump has committed the worst act of domestic terrorism in Republican history and has suicide bombered the Republican Party. He just ran up in the middle of all of them and just exploded all over their faces. They will never recover. This is insane. It's insane. Tom Hanks to be speaker. Bucket, that's a great idea. Or Keanu Reeves. Let's put McConnell up there. I would love to see McConnell up there. He's just in the middle of a policy and he just stops. It just freezes up. All right, let's hear MC, because like we said before, We always got to watch the opposing point of view, right, on these things. So we got to hear how petty MSNBC gets on this one.
Why Jim Jordan is losing. He basically had this second vote today, and he fared worse than yesterday. He lost 2 more fellow Republicans. That's a total of 22 Republicans opposing Jim Jordan as Speaker.
What were they clapping for him
Now,
for?
To win, of course, on the floor, he could only lose a handful. Now, what Republicans keep doing to themselves in public is
Look
a
at this.
contrast to how most
Dude.
Speaker votes.
Look at these pictures. Now, this is an older picture, right? This was from something else. This is the McCarthy one, right? But this is what you're seeing all the time now on the floor, is Republicans being held back from physically assaulting other Republicans. They have multiple times in interviews talked about how they had to leave the meeting or go home for the weekend because they almost came to physical blows. And all I'm asking, guys, is if it does happen, please have your phones handy. Please, for the love of God, if Lauren Boebert finally gets mopped up by Marjorie Taylor Greene, get that shit on tape. That is, we need that. We need that. If this is where we're going, if this is where it's going to end up, please do something for your average everyday American and record that shit. We need to see it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I also want to vote for
proceeded
a
across
boner.
all of American history. And that's not, by the way, a partisan point. Both parties, for most of history, have never done it like this.
Look at
They
these
decide their leader in
pictures.
private, in a meeting, and then they just formalize it on the House floor. It's not only more time efficient, it's also far less embarrassing to all the people that we've seen.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't understand that, generally what they're going to do is they go behind closed doors. They all, do a circle jerk of Republican nonsense, tell each other what they're going to do and what their rights they're going to take away from poor people, how they're going to give tax breaks to corporations, and then they just circle jerk to climax, and then they come out on the floor and show everybody what they did. That's generally what they do. But this is how bad it is right now, is they go behind closed doors where they almost get into a fist fight, and then they think it's smart to come out on the floor and vote in front of everybody, knowing that there's a bunch of them that are like, hell no, I'm not voting for you. These people just need, if you were in any other industry, it would be time for you to quit or you got fired. If I was their boss, I would be pulling them into a meeting and sitting them down and being like, look, if we can't get along, guys, you're all going to be fired. That's who it is. I'm not going to play any favorites. I'm just going to fire you all. This is insane. Let them bang, bruh.
Go up and down in the way the current Republican Party is doing it. They proved unable to meet that precedent of, again, most speaker votes through most of history, through most parties. Indeed, remember, it took 15 rounds for the now fired Republican Speaker McCarthy to get the gavel in the first place.
Insanity.
A speaker has not been elected.
This dramatic day that is not turning out remotely the way Kevin McCarthy had hoped.
A speaker has not been elected.
Dude,
Gates,
this is
one of the leaders of the rebellion.
Wow.
This looks like a bit of a heated conversation. Yeah.
This is an incredible moment. McCarthy is now directly engaging Matt Gaetz.
Look at somebody holding somebody back. Look at that. Somebody just
oh.
held somebody back.
Representative Kevin McCarthy is now been elected Speaker of the House. This comes after 15 rounds of voting.
Dude, Hakeem Jeffries, he just looks like the most sane man of all time. Hakeem Jeffries looks like he could be just like anybody's dad up there. Just like, I would just wish everybody would just kind of get along. And if you guys wanted to, I could step in and save this. Like, dude, he looks so much better. 15 rounds of absolute bullshit. That's what it was, Redonk. All to get a dude elected for, what was it, 2 months McCarthy was in there? 2 months? And he couldn't get anything passed. Nothing, because the people that elected him, he could give up 4 or 5 votes, right? He could 4 or 5. That was as many as he could lose. And there was 8 people at all times fighting against him. These people have shot themselves in the foot over and over again. And not only have they shot themselves in the foot, they're shooting the American people in the feet as well. Just like, I haven't shot myself in the foot enough, let me shoot you a couple times. These people are so bad. Like, we are seriously at a point in political history that I have never seen before. It's absolutely insane. I'm making my stuff buffer tonight, too.
So to put that in perspective, if you remember that, today, Jim Jordan lost by more votes than McCarthy at his lowest point during those very clashes you just saw when he was just a handful short. Look at this man. And Jordan got fewer votes than McCarthy got on his way out when McCarthy was ousted 2 weeks ago. Now, if you've been following other news or just turning away from some of this,
he got less votes than the dude who just got ousted. When he got ousted. Oh, dude, I love in the background, Jim, this way. They're trying to tell him which way he needs to go to leave. They don't want to vote for the treasonous ass traitor. And they shouldn't want to vote for the treasonous ass traitor. Jim Jordan is a traitor to America, along with 2/3 of the Republican Party. Specifically about 199 of them. Holy shot. This is insane.
Seemingly ongoing or endless GOP infighting, that is understandable. There are a lot of other things going on in the world, although the United States will sooner or later need a Speaker of the House. It's the most important position in the House of Representatives. And so to catch you up tonight, here is a quick guide on how this latest round went down.
The Honorable Jim Jordan of the state of Ohio has received 200 votes. The Speaker has not been elected.
I don't know why Congressman Jordan would ask for a second round of public beatings.
The Honorable Jim Jordan of the state of Ohio has received 199. A Speaker has not been elected.
House Republican Conference is going to have to figure out what to do next.
This is getting idiotic, and we need some stability at this time.
Fox News. That's Fox News. Oh,
the latest today, after his loss, Jim Jordan does say he wants a third vote tomorrow. Now, some say repeating the losing vote process is giving Kevin McCarthy vibes. Basically, that this feels like some kind of weird newfangled tradition where you just keep getting your vote on, although McCarthy ultimately did get to the gavel that way.
Oh, this
There's
is
also
insanity.
a wider opposition to Jordan. The New York Times noted Jordan's second defeat is a rare instance of the party's more mainstream wing, normally those who seek compromise, flexing its muscles and breaking with Republican colleagues in defiance of the ultra-conservative faction led by Mr. Jordan. Today, we're joined now by the New York Times' Annie Carney and Mother Jones' David Korn. I'll start with you, Annie. What happened today?
Oh, man. That's about all we need to hear about that. Wow. I'm with Redonk. Redonk, I think 15 rounds. 15 rounds, you put him in the ring. Maybe you give them. Remember those pugilist things they used to have on American Gladiators with the big, look like big Q-tips. I think they just go at it with those until one of them is left standing. Like they just pummel each other with those things until everybody's just beaten to the floor and one person is standing. I don't think Jim Jordan. He's a former wrestler, but he doesn't look real spry anymore. If I'm going with that. I don't know. Getz is pretty young. He's got a good chance. Who do you guys think wins if they beat each other with massive Q-tips for 15 rounds? Who's left standing from the Republican side? We're not going to throw in the Democrat side, okay? We're going to leave it to the Republicans. Last man or woman standing. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene's in there. I'm thinking MTG wins. I think MTG has the guns to take down pretty much everybody on the Republican side. I think there's going to be some cuckery. That's what I'm going with. Yeah, you could put Getz. Ooh, that's a good idea, Redonk. Put Getz up there with the tennis ball shooter where ice used to be. You used to put ice up there or nitro. You put Getz up there shooting the balls down at the but like if you get hit with the ball, it's not that you get out. He just gets like an unlimited amount of shots at him with like not with tennis balls either, or like some hard rubber balls. Like I want like a when you what was it cops using their shotguns, the beanbag bullets. That's what I'm talking about. Diamond was hot, dude. I'm not going to talk about me when I was like 11 or 12 years old watching Diamond and Ice. All right, let's hear what Kevin McCarthy has to say about this. Because you know Kevin McCarthy just likes to drop some petty shit too. He loves it.
Is it time for Jordan to drop out of this race?
No, not at all. I mean, he picked up a couple, lost a couple. So if somebody had voted for him before, they could always vote for him again. He picked up a couple more votes.
So that means you think he should go to a third ballot now?
I would take the time right now to talk and listen to members. Look, you said this exact same thing to me. And,
that's a bad example, Kevin, considering your ass just got ousted after like 2 months at the job. Silk was your girl, Fatty? Silk, dude. Yeah. That was better times, exactly, Redon. We need to harken back.
That was January. This is the
we
middle
need to
of the
harken
session.
back.
There's so many major international issues happening, and this needs to be resolved quickly. How could he possibly turn the tide on this?
I think he can. I think that's...
Solid point, reporter guy. Things need to be fixed right now. It's not like it was back when Kevin McCarthy was in there and we were able to go through this soap opera-ass drama without really worrying about it. Nobody really cared whether he was a Speaker of the House or not. You weren't going to get anything done anyway, so why should we care? But now we actually need a Speaker. So it'd be nice if Jim Jordan went ahead and stepped aside so somebody that was sane could run the House for a while. Just for a little bit. Just until next election. Holy Jesus.
Same pressure people realize that you can't keep playing games. I mean, you sit back and look. You got...
Oh, we haven't got to that one yet, Peachtree. We're bringing it up, though. Yeah, let's put Liz Cheney in there.
I think that was the right thing to do at any time of the year. But apparently, no. I get to answer questions. Thank you. And so what I see though is there's no chance in the world that Democrats can ever say again that they put people before politics.
Oh, shut up.
Chaos to shut down a branch of government, and that's wrong. Yes.
Do you think there's any chance of flipping any of those 8 back? I mean, if you look at the map, aren't 8 people easier to flip than 22?
Well, technically, you need 4 to be able to go there. But no, Jim's the...
Technically, you only need to flip 4. 4 is a lot easier than 22, I would think. Unless there are a bunch of extremists. So it turns out the 22 other people may be easier to flip because they're less of extremists than the 4 that he needs to flip to get himself back into the Speaker of the House. This is how bad these people are. This is how dysfunctional the right side of the aisle is right now. Like, good Lord, get your shit together, guys. Tila Tequila. I'd go for it.
Their vote and who voted for Mr. Jordan yesterday, Pete Stauber, some others, and voted for somebody else. Doesn't that indicate a problem for him?
No, because he had new people that came with him, so he could get those people back.
But what do you? Okay, so there's this Joyce resolution that is coming to the floor. Probably, would you support that? And if it comes to the floor,
look, I think from the perspective, we let Jim as the nominee, let him work through this. I always felt because I had to make the decision to pick who to be Speaker pro tem. It comes from the 9/11 Commission when they studied it. I always thought when I was nominating somebody to be that they'd have the power to keep the continuity of government running together. Their job is keep government running while you select a new speaker. And that could be moving at the same time that we able to do this.
Do you think that the intention of that resolution...
So what Kevin McCarthy really wants to do here is he wants to empower McHenry, Patrick McHenry, that's his name, right? With the ability to run the Speaker of the House. Like all of these games these guys play. So really what he's saying, because he doesn't want to say it, because Jim Jordan could probably beat up Kevin McCarthy, so he don't want to go to fisticuffs over this. So what he's saying is, I think he should just keep on trying, just like I did, But while he's doing that, maybe we should make McHenry, capable of running the House, because that's my boy, and I'd rather he be in there than Jim Jordan ever get to be in there. Just say it out loud. Say it out loud, big guy. It's okay. Jim Jordan is garbage. He's a terrible human being, and no one should have ever voted for him to be the Speaker of the House. He's a treasonous-ass traitor that tried to overturn the election, that still denies that Joe Biden is the legitimate President of the United States of America, may or may not have covered up some assaults at Ohio State. Like, it's time for people to just be honest and just say, Jim Jordan shouldn't be Speaker of the House. Jim Jordan shouldn't be in charge of an apartment complex. He shouldn't be given any power at all. He shouldn't even be the maintenance man at the apartment complex. Just say it out loud, Kevin. Get it off your chest, buddy.
Obviously, if there had been a terrorist attack or something like that, wasn't it implied in that, from your perspective, that the Speaker would be able to move things? Because if you were trying, but explain how you make that case to people who say, no, this isn't what was intended.
Well, the only thing is the Democrats.
It's always the Democrat. Yep.
To try to make that person not have any capability. He's going against everything that we thought within the 9/11. Because think of this. Normally, you have an election in November. So I had from November all the way to January to work on winning Speaker. Jim Jordan's had less than 48 hours here, okay? And so the whole idea of
Jesus.
Speaker pro tem, if you're not able to do the job, is to keep the continuity of government running until you're able to select a new speaker. So why the Democrats want to make more shutting down one branch of government, they voted on the motion to vacate, something they said they would never do. They picked politics for that. And now they're
I don't think they ever said that. I don't think they ever said that.
From the aspect, you should give Jim Jordan the same time frame I was able to get from November to January.
That was 2 months. That was 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, bro.
It's able to go. Look, the judgment on 15 ballots, things are different here, right? Before, you couldn't get up and recess off the floor. Now we can. So
your position is begin the legislative process on the floor.
Let Jim go
without a vote to empower McHenry.
I believe when you put that in, that he had the power.
Are you concerned, though, in the long term, if we were to have Speaker Pro Tem McHenry go ahead and assume these powers, that sets a bad precedent? As you know, we rely on precedent for a lot of things, and we get down the road, and people might rely too much on that in years to come.
That's a great point. So it really stems from why are we at this point? Why would every single Democrat?
He's gonna. Oh, I knew he was gonna say Democrats.
Part of government, a whole branch of government. That's
Dude,
what they decided.
Stop politicking for like 2 seconds, bro.
They thought it was worth coming up. They made a decision in politics. Every single Democrat did that. And then they went to the parlors to try to stymie who's ever the Speaker Pro Tem. They want chaos. They want government to shut down. They want to play politics. They're not looking at the people. And you got the whole. You had 8 crazy. Yeah, you had.
No, you had. Against President Speaker Pro Tem, and you have Ralph Norman and a few others.
Okay, but that doesn't stem. You had 8 crazies that are led by Gates that followed every single Democrat to shut down a branch of government. Now, is that going to be the new norm? You've listened to Nancy Pelosi for years saying they would never let that happen. You heard all of them say that they were opposed to all this. They pick politics instead of.
My God, you all pick politics. I'm not even gonna defend them on that. Every one of these fuckers pick politics, man. Like everybody acts like they're better than everybody else, but my God, Kevin McCarthy, you can't call the other party the party of chaos with what's going on in your party right now. Republicans are insanely fractured right now. He literally just called 8 of the other members, including Matt Gaetz, what do you just call them? Traitors. Like, you can't, what? What do you mean the other party is the chaotic one? No. It's not the Democrats' job to keep you in office, Kevin. It's your job. And the Republicans, you literally have the majority. You have 10 more votes than they do. 10 more. You could have kept it going. Or 9 more. Sorry, 9 more. Holy Jesus. All right. Time for a cleanser, because we got to have cleansers. Okay. Exactly. Every single Democrat voted against the one-person rule that kicked McCarthy out. Yeah, James, because they knew it was insane to do. They knew it was insane, and yet the Republicans were like, this is the only way that we can get our fractured party to stick together for 5 seconds to make a decision. And then they made that decision, and then they didn't make another decision after that. Like, that's the only decision that they made that entire time, was just to get him into the office. That was it. Everything after that was just like them fighting some more. All right, so we're gonna this is gonna be a new part of the show too. We're gonna scroll a little bit through the shorts, because I like the shorts, and I have a small attention span as well as everybody else does. So we're gonna scroll the shorts a little bit.
So on August 17th, 2023, I found something else that unites us: Cheesecake Factory. Don't even pretend you don't like it. It's a scientific fact that 99 out of 100 Americans like Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Question, do you guys like Cheesecake Factory? Because I don't know anything about Cheesecake Factory. I've actually never been in a Cheesecake Factory.
I like Cheesecake Factory. There's something for everyone at Cheesecake Factory. By the way, not one of our sponsors.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. You'd think that this was like the most sponsored video of all time. It isn't. I did that tweet because Anna challenged me to find things that unite the country.
You see that? Cenk is out there trying to unite Americans. Imagine if Kevin McCarthy and the rest of the Republicans could come together over Cheesecake Factory. That's all I'm saying. Meh? Bucket says meh.
As opposed to the things we often talk about, which divide the country, right? And so that happens a lot in news and politics. And I came up with one. It was Cheesecake Factory. The reaction on Twitter was to be expected.
For me and Bucket.
Actually, kind of. So part of it was expected because people were like, "Oh, that's totally true, man." And even like MAGA right-wingers were like, "Well, the brother's got a point on this one."
Because there's something for everyone. That menu is a book. Cenk posted on August 17th, 2020.
A white buddy of mine today said, "You know, Dixon, not everything's about race, man." Right, buddy? I told him, I said, it ain't never been about race. Because, you know, I found out that about 95% of these school shootings is by white people. Almost all of them is done by white people, and there's been hundreds of them now. Hundreds of mass shootings all around the country. But imagine if it was brown and black folks that were shooting up in white schools. But yeah, that wouldn't make any difference, right? And he said, well, of course not, Dixon. That ain't gonna make no damn difference in gun control. It's the Second Amendment. I said, yeah, it's funny though, in 1968, they had the Black Panthers with AK-47s and whatnot and assault rifles, and they were arming themselves. And by God, the first time they passed common sense gun laws, I mean, they banned the fucking assault rifle, all this amazing shit happened, but yeah, you're right. If it was black and brown people shooting up white schools, well, no, that wouldn't make any difference. I said, you know, a white buddy of mine today said, you know, it's not everything.
Something really
what are we doing here?
bad is going to happen. Okay, shit's about to hit the fan in this country. Everyone is on.
I just want to say that, Nicole Wallace, I'm doing my part. Making music about MAGA morons, old boy in Australia, smooth criminal song. Okay. Well, is that the name of it? Fatty, you guys gotta like actually like give me links and stuff, because I'm too old for this shit. I don't know how to Google stuff. Cheesecake Factory's menu reads like War and Peace, meaning that most of their food is pre-cooked. Oh no, it's all like Cisco food. Is that what it is? Biden don't dance, but here it is. I'm gonna just keep saying this, Redonk. One of the things I would like to just shit on everybody out there for that talks about Biden's physical health. Joe Biden can do push-ups. Joe Biden can ride a bike. Joe Biden goes to the gym. Donald Trump, I would bet money, cannot do a single push-up. And I would put my entire life savings on the fact that Donald Trump cannot do one single pull-up. Not even one. Okay? And I've said this before, and I will say this again. Donald Trump can not ride a bike. There's no way you can convince me that Donald Trump's fat ass could get on a bike and ride a bike. No way. Yeah, exactly. Make automatic rifles the official trans weapon and watch it get banned so fast. Exactly. What's this guy doing? Oh, what is this? Oh, don't do that. Is this what they do in other countries for fun? Oh, don't do that. Oh, sir, don't do... Okay. He's gonna do that. What's he gonna do there? Oh, sir! What the hell? Is this what they do in other countries?
Hey, baby.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Hungry?
Yeah.
Here, try this.
All right.
This is my boy.
Pretty good.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, those are my ginger nuts. So the question is, how do my ginger nuts taste in your mouth?
Very crunchy.
Hey, baby. You hungry?
Okay.
If during a skydive your both main and reserve parachutes
Oh, we
fail,
don't- no.
or you get tangled, there
No. 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 I don't need to hear about. We already listened to the Vandersloot thing. I don't need to see somebody die from a parachuting accident. Trying to keep this lighthearted, folks. Okay, here it is. Now, Fatty told me about this one. I haven't watched it yet, but he says it's good. So if it's not good, we blame Fatty, okay? Blame Fatty. We can make a song out of this. Petrie, you're too old for those videos. I don't know. That one with the dude throwing the stuff up in the air, I'm confused. I just want to know if that's what they do. Fatty's driving home from the weed store. It's what's relevant for you, Redonk? I don't know. I don't know what's relevant for you. Okay, so Fatty told me about Vivek, Redonk's his choice for the presidential campaign of 2024. It went on TYT, and if we go by the description, he's about to get destroyed. Okay, so here we go, boys. Ready for this one? Here we go.
Why exactly would likely Republican voters decide to vote for you over the former president?
Yeah, look, I think that the more he's being unjustly prosecuted and really attacked using the levers of the justice system, the more I felt a sense of obligation to stand up.
Vivek makes me just think, like, right here, right off the beginning, I'm like, you're so full of shit. He's unjustly prosecuted. Unjustly, what part of all the times he's now been found guilty of fraud and sexual abuse, and every one of his indictment felonies has like 9 billion pieces of evidence behind it? What part of any of that is unjust? It's insane. Look, Redonk, there's no pulling back now, okay? We know you're all in. You know what? You gotta own it. You gotta get you a Vivek hat. You gotta get you a Vivek pin. You gotta get swag, bro. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, okay?
For what is right. And I also believe in judging based on results.
Oh, do you?
What are the results that I ultimately judge a president by? Did you keep us out of wars? And did the economy grow under your watch? There's a lot of other things that matter too, but those are two easy metrics. And I said he was the best president of the 21st century.
Sure, if you want to take a president down to 2 metrics. You see, I showed up on time and I read all the stuff they gave me. Like, that's like 2 metrics? That's a low ass bar right there. Vivek, like, he doesn't set himself up for success. Like, if you're coming into this, Vivek, you gotta come prepared with more information than he didn't start a war and the economy was good. Those are important things. I'm not gonna lie. Those are important things. But you're gonna need to expound. You're gonna have much better metrics than just 2 simple ass metrics. And to be honest, that means that Obama is at least 50% the greatest president of all time because he had a better economy when he left office than Donald Trump did. So I would also like to point out that right now, under Joe Biden, we have the most exported energy that America has ever had before, which is really good for the economy. We had under Donald Trump and Mike Pence, because Mike Pence was the one who called this out, for the first time in 75 years, we were finally a net positive on exporting versus importing. But we are 5.94 points higher now than we were in 2019. So by that metric, he has to at least admit Joe Biden's doing a good job.
That's what I said in the debate stage. I stand by it. George Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Donald Trump. It's not even close which one was the best one of the century. And so I respect him. And probably more than any other GOP presidential candidate, when I'm president, I will respect his legacy and honor it more than anybody else will, because I think it's the right thing to do, and I think it moves the country forward.
Yeah.
However, I have something that he does not. I am young. I have fresh legs. I think it's going to take somebody coming in from the outside to have the true, fresh perspective to lead the America First movement to the next level. I think I can unite this country by reaching the next generation of young Americans that have lost all.
I actually agree with him that I would like to see a younger person. I do not agree with him that he is the person to reach the youth. He reminds me of that meme with Steve Buscemi where he's like, "Hello, young fellows, I am a kid also." Like, that's what I think of when I see Vivek and his teeth and that weird hair too. Like, it always looks like he slept on like one side of his head, and his hair is always like, it's like lopsided. It's just everything about the man just drives me nuts. He's not reaching the youth. He's the kid that heard you guys were on the
semblance of national pride, and I can give you statistics to back that up. I mean, 60% of young Americans today say they would sooner give up their right to vote than to give up their access to TikTok. We have a 25% recruitment deficit in the US military. Less than 16% of Gen Z says they're proud to be American. And I think there is no question which Republican candidate is, really which candidate period in this race is best reaching young voters at a large scale. We see it in college campuses across this country. And so, yes, I think I will be able to.
I would actually say Chris Christie has a better chance of reaching the young vote than Vivek does. I think Chris Christie has a better chance of getting younger voters to come out and vote Republican than Vivek does.
Reach that next generation and inspire national pride in that next generation better than anybody else in this race.
So Vivek, you're saying then by definition, you're running against him. You are better than the best president of the 21st century. And that the main reason why you're better than Donald Trump is because you're younger than Donald Trump. Am I understanding that right?
And because as a function of being younger, I'm going to be able to reach the next generation, reunite this country. And I do think that reuniting this country and reaching the next generation will be part of what allows us to take the America First agenda to the next level.
I got you, but
I won't be the
you're
same
better
person
than Donald Trump, right?
Well, I wouldn't be running if I didn't think I was the best candidate for the job. So yes, I believe I am the best candidate for US president. I think there are two America First candidates in the race. And I do think it has to be an America First candidate that leads the country forward. However, between it's the tried and true, I admit. If you want tried and true, you go with Donald Trump. If you want the next generation with fresh legs to lead us forward, you go with me. And I think that that's going to be the successful formula that leads us to success in this race.
I'm going to follow up on something you said earlier. You said that you would pardon Donald Trump on these unjust charges. So if you pardon him on taking national secrets without permission, not returning them, lying to the FBI, etc., does that mean that Joe Biden is allowed to do the same thing? That he could just take national secrets, show them to anyone he likes?
That's a good question.
Even after he's president, he could just take the documents, bring them home, show them to anyone he likes. And maybe other people too, anyone who's got access to national secrets. Can they just show them to everyone? Or is it just a special privilege that Donald Trump gets to have because you like him?
Damn.
Well, it is whether you like the law or not, I believe in this thing called the law. And the law does give what's that?
I said, I'd love to see it because Donald Trump has broken about a dozen laws and you'd say you'd pardon him on every one of those criminal actions. So, okay, prove it.
I think part of the reason why is that those laws that are alleged to be broken, I don't believe have been broken here. If I did believe that and believe it was definitive, then I wouldn't adopt the position that I do. Every case brought against him levels a novel legal theory never before used. So for the particular case that you asked about, and I believe in getting into details, details matter. If you're going to convict somebody criminally, yes, the details doggone well matter. So the Presidential Records Act explicitly lays out the criteria for what documents a prior president is and is not able to access. If you don't like the law, change the law. But
he's not being prosecuted under that act. Unfortunately, he still could have been prosecuted under that law, but he's actually being prosecuted under the Espionage Act, if that's where Vivek is going. But laws exist for a reason. You can't just say, oh, that's just like an obscure law. Yeah, I wish I could use that defense. I wish I could just tell the cops when they pull me over, yeah, well, like, you barely ever pull anybody over for this, so you shouldn't, like, hold me accountable for what I did. Like, it doesn't make sense to say things like they're using obscure laws to prosecute you. They're laws. They're literal laws. They exist for a reason. Just because you're the one person that was dumb enough to commit the crime that nobody else ever actually commits doesn't mean that you shouldn't be prosecuted under that law. He's not being prosecuted under the Presidential Act. He's being prosecuted under the Espionage Act of 1917. Jesus Christ, I hate.
But part of the reason is that we already entrust the U.S. president with making all kinds of incredible judgments, whether or not to use nuclear.
Okay, Redonk, I have to address that. Are you kidding? I always talk my way out of tickets. Come on, man. It's because you're white, Redonk. It's because you're white, okay?
Nuclear weapons on down. So yes, that same president we do entrust when leaving office with access to those same records. The judges have interpreted it, and even in the Clinton sock drawer case, as it related to Bill Clinton, revealing undoubtedly classified information afterwards. A judge explicitly came down on interpreting that.
No, those were literally Bill Clinton's private records. Those weren't records that were part of the Department of Justice. Those weren't Homeland Security documents. Those were Bill Clinton's, like, journals. It's not the same. It's not even close to the same. See, the problem with all of this is that these guys all just want to, like, say these things because they know that no one's ever going to look into what they say. Or maybe Vivek has never looked into it. I'm actually giving him too much credit. Maybe he's just regurgitating the shit he's heard on TV. He's never actually looked into any of these stories either. That's a possibility. But if he isn't, he's just doing the same thing that all of these, somebody was saying the other day, the pundits, because it's not media anymore. They're just political pundits on the news now. They're not reporting news. They're reporting their opinion on news. They're reporting, like, their point of view on news. That it's no longer fact-based material. It's just skewed opinions. That's all it is.
Statute. So I've laid this out in detailed articles in the Wall Street Journal and elsewhere. But why am I bothering talking about it as opposed to legal scholars elsewhere? Let them debate it. My job is to unite this country. And I do not think it sets a good precedent when the president of the United States and the Justice Department under him uses police force to indict its political opponents in the middle of an election and then issue gag orders to say.
When wouldn't you do that? Like, this is one of the most frustrating things these people say. So if that was anybody else on the other side of the aisle, they would be 100% for them being prosecuted. And if they weren't being prosecuted, they'd be screaming at the top of their lungs that a criminal is going to be elected to the highest office in the United States of America. And I would agree with them. Right now, there's that Menendez dude on the Democratic side. Prosecute his ass. He's apparently sold secrets to Egypt and other places. If it is proved that he did that shit, prosecute away, my friends. I don't care if seats get lost. I don't care if positions and committee positions get lost. If that dude sold information to the Egyptian government about the United States of America, put his ass in prison. Like, that's the difference here. These people only want to defend these guys because they're their guys. That's it. Not because they think there's some injustice. Donald Trump, if he is tried and found guilty of the things that he did, which the evidence is overwhelming that he will be, then we shouldn't be like, oh, let's just wait until we find out that if he becomes president, and then let's deal with it then. Everybody knows that once you become a president, they're not going to prosecute him. They do not prosecute sitting presidents. It's not going to happen. That's why he's running right now. He's literally running right now because he knows his ass is in trouble. I mean, he's losing every case, whether they're sexual abuse cases, they're fraud cases, they're cover-up cases, treason cases, document cases, everything, racketeering cases, all of them. He has very little chance of winning any of them. The only real chance he has is the Florida case, where he's hopeful that the judge that is currently interfering with the entire goddamn case will do him a solid. That's the only way he gets out of this. It's insane that people do not want to see the person that for years we've all agreed upon. We've all agreed on both sides of the aisle, whether we're left or we're right. We've all said, these politicians need to stop being so dishonest and shady, and they need to be prosecuted for the bad shit they do. And finally, somebody starts prosecuting these a-holes, whether it's Menendez or it's Santos or it's Donald Trump. And all of a sudden now people are getting mad? No, we were on the same page. Stay united, folks. There is a two-tier justice system. It is them and it is us. And it's about damn time that we saw them get prosecuted for some shit. Insanity.
That opponent during the presidential election can't even talk about that relevant set of issues. I just don't think that's a good precedent, and I don't want to see that in one direction or the other. That's wrong.
Do you believe it's a good precedent to implement a slate of fake electors to overturn the results of our democratic process and go against the will of the American voters?
So, look, I think that there were serious issues that need to be discussed relating to election integrity.
You gotta be joking
However,
me. That's
I
a
would not
softball,
have made
dude.
those same judgments that Donald Trump did. This, though, belongs to the voters. This is a judgment for the voters of this country, not a judgment for a justice system that.
What? That is the stupidest answer I have ever heard. No. We don't get to vote on whether or not somebody did something that's criminal. What he did was treason. It is criminal. That doesn't come down to the voters. That comes literally down to the criminal justice system. That's why there is a criminal justice system. If you would like to later put that to the voters, whether or not we all think treason's okay, sure, why not? I'm mildly concerned that at least 50% of the country would say it's all right. I don't think we should do it myself. But yeah, sure. You want to put something out that says, like, let's vote on this new law that a president can choose their own fake electors? No, actually, I don't agree with that. No, I'm going to just say no. I don't agree with that. There's a criminal justice system for a reason. And it's being implemented in the correct manner right now. That's an insane answer. That's insane.
Lands people in prison as its ultimate goal, especially political opponents. I just think that's bad for the United States of America.
Okay.
So leave it to the voters. Trust the voters to make the decision of who governs.
Okay.
Instead of trying to take it out of the voters' hands. And I
So
don't think that
Vivek-
should be a controversial idea.
Yeah, it's.
What are you talking about? The voters did vote. Joe Biden not only won the Electoral College, he also won the popular vote. That is the dumbest thing you could say. Vivek is a moron. That statement that he just made was absolute stupidity. You can't say something dumber than that. Oh, I shouldn't set the bar. That's like a bet these people are willing to take. No, 100%. The popular vote went to Joe Biden. The Electoral College went to Joe Biden, which, by the way, like no Republican has done that for like 10 presidencies or some crazy shit like that. Somebody look that up. Google it. It's been a while. You can't say leave it up to the American people. That's what happened, and then he tried to overturn it. Literally tried to overturn it. God, he's insane.
It's definitely controversial because what you're saying is
leaving it to the voters is controversial.
No, not
When
that. Hold on.
When the former president broke
not that
laws, including going against the will of the American voters by implementing a slate of fake electors, which were noted as such in memos passed around within the Trump campaign. They were referred to as fake and fraudulent electors by Trump's co-conspirators. That is part of the evidence. Another piece of evidence that I think is compelling, to say the least, is that they had fake electors in the state of New Mexico, which had absolutely no pending litigation in regard to election fraud.
We have a court and a legal system, and if you want to go into the details of this, the First Amendment absolutely protects.
But he said we have a court and a legal system, but he literally said at the beginning of this interview that he would pardon Donald Trump for any crimes that he was convicted of. Therefore, he does not believe that we should leave it to the court and the judicial system. He's literally saying if everybody else says Donald Trump is guilty, I will still overturn that and pardon him. No, that's bullshit.
Courts have held this for a long time, dating back to a case called Alvarez. I think it was in 2012, that political officials, including candidates for election, unfortunately, like it or not, have the First Amendment right not to tell the truth. That's just a fact.
Once again, in the indictment, I believe it's the Washington indictment, Jack Smith at the very beginning of the indictment says Donald Trump had every right to say that he thought the election was fraudulent. He had every right to investigate with his 62 court cases that he lost. The 3 Supreme Court cases that were thrown out by his own judges. All of that was completely legal for him to do. That is not what is at the heart of these indictments. What is at the heart of these indictments is the fraudulent electors, the attempt to overturn what every American wanted, and that was not every American, I guess, what the majority of Americans wanted, and that was Joe Biden to be the president of the United States. Like, this defense that it's his First Amendment right to do that, it's his First Amendment right to say, yeah, as shitty as that is, it's his First Amendment right that as the president of the United States, he can be dishonest to American people. The very fact that we're defending the fact that Donald Trump's allowed to be dishonest is insanity in the first place. He is the president of the United States, and we're like, yeah, look, man, if he wants to lie to us, he should be allowed to. That's insane by itself. But the fact that this defense has nothing to do with the actual indictments, because in the actual indictment, Jack Smith literally says he has every right to lie to the American people. He has every right to investigate all of these claims, even though he knows that they're not fraudulent. But he still did it. And what he did was illegal. And they're going to prove that. And he's going to jail.
It's not something that we should
Donald
necessarily...
Trump was lying. So Donald Trump was lying.
That's for the courts to decide. But what I'm telling you guys,
so then he should be tried. If it's for the courts to decide, and we live in a country of laws, and he's being charged with a very important criminal act, why do you get to decide instead of the court system and say, oh, just let him off? Who cares what that evidence is?
Because nobody else has been charged under the same set of facts.
Because no one else tried to do
nobody else
against
has done
America
this dumb shit.
with a fake elector scheme. Do you know a second person who's ever been accused of that?
Yeah, point out one more person that has ever done any of the dumb shit that Donald Trump is doing. Even when they point out Hillary, even when they point out Biden, even when they point out Obama or Bill Clinton, when they talk about the documents case, which has nothing to do with the fake electorates. You can't point out another person that's done that. But even when you talk about those, every single one of those has a difference in facts that keeps them from being prosecuted, because Donald Trump is a grade A, top of the line, stupid ass dude. Period. He's a moron. Donald Trump wouldn't be tried for any of this stuff if he was just a little bit smarter. If you listen to the fraud cases, his own people are testifying against him in his fraud cases. Donald Trump said that his suite was 30,000 square feet. It's hard enough to believe that there's a 10,000 square foot suite, but it does exist. A 30,000 square foot suite? You didn't think anybody was going to catch on? Donald Trump said Mar-a-Lago is the most expensive residency in the entire world, despite the fact that Mar-a-Lago can't be termed as being a residency. It's not. He's not even supposed to live there. The only reason he lives there is because the county got tired of dealing with his bullshit. And it's not worth... They literally said, they talked to experts in Florida, not just some random Democrat, experts, real estate experts. And they valued it somewhere between $300 and $600 million at most. And he has it labeled as being worth $1.5 billion. He's a moron. He's a moron. Why are we defending a moron? I'm not defending him. Why is Vivek defending this moron? Jesus Christ.
We've had contested elections dating back to the late 1800s in this country, and a lot.
Yeah, but no one ever did fake
No one has
electors
ever
and
made
tried to do a
fake
coup,
electors.
Vivek. So are you saying, because this is really important, because good for the goose is good for the gander. So you're saying Joe Biden on his way out can take any national secrets and show them to anyone he likes. He could, maybe you could even sell them, whatever. He could just take them. Who cares?
You can't sell them.
And
So
hold
I'm
on.
pretty clear about this. You
Okay.
can't sell them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
But if Donald Trump is
between you and
charged
I-
with selling them, are we allowed to try him then? Or do we just have to let him go no matter what he's charged with?
We're going to be on for most of an hour, so I think it's just important for you to understand something about me. I care about the details. Facts actually matter. I don't care about
the details
random
as well.
jousting.
And you just implemented a law having to do with political speech of a president and extended it to the actions of the president. If the actions of the president are criminal, he should be held to the same. Excuse me, I'm still speaking. Can you please let me finish my statement? Okay? If the actions of the president happen to be illegal actions, especially in the context of our democratic process, you genuinely believe that that individual should not be held accountable for what he engaged in. You think that any former sitting president of the United States could attempt to steal elections.
Lowbrow. What's your name? That is lowbrow. Dude, he's trying to be Donald Trump. Misogyny and all, dude. That is nuts. That is nuts. No shot, dude. Wow. Like, she's literally making a good point. Like, the very fact that he says that a president should be able to show anybody, like, anything is just insane. I'm glad that he's putting that one right out there on his chest. Good job being honest on that. Can you imagine if a sitting president could show troop movements to a foreign adversary if they chose to? Can you imagine what's going on in the Republican Party right now with Jim Jordan and Kevin McCarthy and Matt Gaetz? Matt Gaetz, a guy who willingly destroyed his own party's legitimacy, his own party's stability. You want a dude like that to maybe get elected to be president of the United States and then be allowed to show nuclear secrets to anybody that he wants to? No shot, dude. No shot. That's insanity. That's how far these candidates have fallen. They've gone full on Inquirer, full on, what was it, The Sun. Like, yeah, I'm willing to just like whatever. I'm willing to say whatever crazy shit as long as these people will vote for me. No shot. No way. That's insane that he said that.
Can attempt to implement fake electors and go against the will of the American people. Is that what you're arguing here?
And I just want to address you correctly. What's your name?
Damn.
I mean, you just came on my show. You don't know my name? My name's Anna.
I don't actually. I thought I was talking to Cenk. What's your name?
My name is Anna.
Anna, good. No, we're gonna be chatting for a while. I just wanted to address you conversation.
Sure.
First of all, he better calm down, because I'm pretty sure Anna will whoop his ass, dude. Vivek looks like he weighs about 115 wet, dude. Someone tells me Vivek hasn't fought ever in his life. Like, Vivek better calm down. I think Anna would throw hands with Vivek. Vivek's got no shot. I got $40 right now on Anna in the first round. That's where I'm going with that. No way.
You're prepared for the interview
Anna,
ahead of time.
Well, Anna, you guys invited me on your show. Shit. I'm making some time for you guys. I'm happy to have open debate. Let's get some facts actually straight here.
I thought you were detail oriented. I don't know. It's just you're the one.
You are making. I didn't mean that as a personal affront, Anna. I promise you, and I'm looking forward to getting into substance with you. So the reality is, you're making an assertion that he broke the law. And then everything that you're doing is working backwards, making a legal judgment on a complex legal theory that has never been brought against a defendant. in American history.
5'8",
So that's
how
a
much does he
circular
weigh,
reasoning. It's a circular loop.
No,
What I would prefer
no,
to
it's
do
not,
is measure the
Vivek.
facts
That doesn't
against-
make any
there's
sense what you're
never
saying.
been somebody
Vivek, we're not
convicted
making
on this legal theory.
But Vivek, you're going in circles. Hold on, let's be clear.
Nope.
So we're not making the assertion. Prosecutors are making that assertion. And you're saying, do not let the prosecutors do their job. Foreclose that. I don't want to discuss this. Hold on, let me finish. So can Joe Biden do a fake elector scheme and just make up electors and declare himself president as Donald Trump wanted to do? And you admitted earlier he is lying. Donald Trump was lying.
Yeah, that's the point too. So he's perfectly fine then if Joe Biden loses this election to Donald Trump, with Joe Biden going and asking a set of people to join up, become false electorates, sign papers, and then send in votes to the vice president, Kamala Harris, who every one of these people is like dead set scared to death of, okay? Dead scared to death of, all right? You're okay with her opening electorates and either declining to open a certain set or denying that they even exist. He's fine with that. No shot. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. 172.
And so can
I think
Joe
lying.
Biden lie and
You
say,
don't weigh
I've got fake
170.
electors, and I'll even call them fake electors, and then you're not allowed to prosecute them because you just said, that's it. No one's allowed to prosecute former presidents. Go ahead. So is Joe Biden allowed to do the same exact thing Donald
Let me
Trump
just ask you guys a question, because I think I'm getting a sense
Or
for
you can
your
answer our
command of the
question.
details here. Which case would you like to talk about? There are
Fake
four pending
electors.
cases.
Go ahead, fake electors.
Oh.
Is Joe Biden allowed to do the same
One of
fake
you is talking
electors?
about
There's so many
documents, and one of you is talking
Because he
about
broke so many
alleged-
laws. But let's
Yeah,
take
there's
fake
a lot of
elections. Go
fucking
ahead.
felonies.
Which one would you like to discuss?
Fake electors.
We'll go one
Go
at a
ahead.
time. Yeah. So there is no crime here that can be charged. That's the answer. There's no relevant crime. Now, can voters take this into account when determining who their next president is? Absolutely. That's exactly how our process
the
works.
dumbest shit
But
I've
our
ever
Constitution
seen.
has a process that
I've
has been
seen a lot
followed, and
of
it was
dumb
followed
shit.
here. And
I'm
the
on
US
YouTube.
president, absolutely, even if he's the outgoing president, has an opportunity to share his opinion, even if those opinions are not true, and if that's found in a court of law. I don't have a view on that, but that's what the allegations are.
That's what
There
a
is
court of
still
law
strong-
is, Vivek, but you're saying we're not allowed to go to a court of law.
I'm not saying that you're not allowed to. I'm saying that I would pardon him because I think that these do not match
Dude, that's the
actual
same
law
thing.
that the Supreme Court has held applying to these set of facts. And I think it's a
my
bad
God.
judgment for the US Justice Department to bring this case because it divides
Because
the country and it
Vivek's a
sets
lawyer.
an awful precedent
Oh my
that will
God.
now be used going forward for years unless we do something about it. Unless it takes a leader.
Yeah, I'm okay with the precedent being set that if you try to overturn an election using fake electors, that you go to prison. I will support that against Democrats, Republicans, the Green Party, independents, whoever you want to throw that case at. Feel free. Have a good time. Yes, if I don't care who you are, if you're Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Vivek Ramaswamy, if you go get a bunch of people and get them to falsify the results of an election, you all go to prison. All of you. All of you. I'm okay with that precedent being set. Holy shit.
Who
This
actually
is the
unites this
dumbest
country.
thing I've ever
This is the new
seen.
precedent in the United States of America. The new precedent is the party in power will look at who the opponent is and throw the legal statute book at them. That's not how it's supposed to work. George Bush, Barack.
Oh, fuck, I fucked that up. Dude, I'm sorry, but I'm even going to say this. I'm fine with that too. If people on the left committed crimes, prosecute their ass. There's people on the right committed crimes, prosecute their ass. If it becomes part of politics that politicians start looking into other politicians' past and bringing up the shady shit they did and getting them prosecuted, I'm 100% for that. I have no problem with that. We've got a bunch of PDF files out there that are getting away with shit because they got a bunch of money. If it came down to one politician looking into somebody else's closet and seeing that and call them out on it, get them put in prison, I am all for that. I don't care if they're left, right, independent, Green Party, don't matter to me. If you did some shit you shouldn't have done, and the way that it gets found out is because you were running in a political race, that's even better. because you were trying to get a position of leadership in the United States of America. I 100% don't want you running the country. Go for it. Like, this is insane. Of course it's going to be about Hunter's laptop, James. It's always about Hunter's laptop. Good Lord. Dude, I like the funniest thing when I'm watching this video. The names that go across the bottom of the screen. The names, the gay as fuck dragon. Okay, you gotta love YouTube, man. Oh, man. Oh, Christ, where are we?
To share his opinion, even if those opinions are not true, and if that's found in a court of law. I don't have a view on that, but that's what the allegations are.
That's what a court of law is, Vivek, but you're saying we're not allowed to go to a court of law.
I'm not saying that you're not allowed to. I'm saying that I would pardon him because I think that these do not match the actual law that the Supreme Court has held applying to these set of facts. And I think it's a bad judgment for the US Justice Department to bring this case because it divides the country and it sets an awful precedent that will now be used going forward for years unless we do something about it. Unless it takes a leader who actually unites this country. This is the new precedent in the United States of America. The new precedent is the party in power will look at who the opponent is and throw the legal statute book at them. That's not how it's supposed to work.
You're supposed exactly to find a crime how it's supposed to
and
work.
Then decide whether or not you want to prosecute it according to the same standards you use for every American. That is not what's happening here. And there is little doubt that if Donald Trump were not running for president, they would not have brought these charges. So I think that if you ask me, does this move towards uniting the country or not? I think it does not. I think it moves towards dividing the country, which is why I have been clear, even though I'm running against Donald Trump, I would pardon him if I'm elected president because that will move this nation forward. And I do not think that we should be guided by vengeance and grievance against one man. I do not think that that helps the United States of America. That's why I'm in this race, and that's why I clearly answered your question. You asked me, why would I pardon? That's why I would pardon.
And just to be clear, you have absolutely no problem with the Trump campaign implementing fake electors in the state of New Mexico, which had no pending litigation in regard to election fraud. You're okay with that?
There is a difference between the same judges.
Yes or no?
I don't think that's illegal. I do not think
that's
illegal. Laid out.
Okay, you don't value our democratic process. Great to hear it.
Anything that's laid out has been a violation of the law. That's what I believe.
That's amazing. Okay,
that is amazing.
Thanks for watching.
Fatty,
become a member.
Thank you, sir. That was a good video, my friend. Dude. Anna murked him, dude. Like, that wasn't even nice. She tore his ass up. You guys ready to play Illness or Education? This is a game that our good friend Redonk, Vivek supporter. It's never going away, Redonk. It's never going away. Our good friend Redonk created this game last time we were here. So today, folks, for the first time on Progressive Matters, we play Illness or Education. The game where we decide before the clip starts whether or not this person suffers from mental illness or from a lack of education. I don't know. I haven't decided what we win, okay? I'm going to say, looking at this woman right here, our first guest, I'm going education. Redonk says education. Anybody else want to weigh in on illness or education? I'm going to answer some questions while we're doing this. Vivek's voice is so annoying. He's just a little bit not quite as bad as Ben Shabibo. Shabibo's not quite, or Shabibo's a little bit worse. MAGA is it Mega or MAGA? Who is suing Scared Ketchup, Fatty? Of course, they always say free speech until you say some shit that they don't like. Okay, you can't say both, Bucket. Okay, actually you can. You know what? Actually, I'm going to allow it. I allow it. Petree's going for illness. I don't know. I think I'm going to allow it. I'm going to go with both. Okay? Both is acceptable because you can both be uneducated and be mentally ill. I think that has to be allowed. I think that and also there's a much bigger criteria that has to be met. Okay, Petree is going with mental illness. I'm going to have to roll back through this once we watch. All right, and then we're going to vote afterwards because I don't want to be the sole definer. I don't want to be the Vivek of our stream. Okay. Okay, Redonk created the game, so I'm sorry. So since Redonk created the game, you have to pick one or the other. James and Bucket, you're gonna have to pick one or the other. Redonk says you can't do that. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. I like that more people are coming on the stream to watch the stream right as we start playing this game. This is the game right here, guys. We should all be drinking. That should be what it is. What we should have to do here is that if you get it wrong, okay, you have to take a shot. That's where this game is going to eventually go. Just so you guys know, next week I want you to come prepared. Come prepared. I'm going to trust you guys that you have something on hand. Doesn't have to be alcohol, for those of you guys that don't drink. Okay, run a poll after the clip. Is that how these things work? Can I do that? Okay. Okay, I can. So we're going to run a poll after this to decide whether or not it was illness or education. All right. Let the video begin.
Many members of the House have preached and voted as Christians. Lauren Boebert is one of them, who has invoked God and Christianity and values very often. She was caught doing something that was a little unseemly on camera the other day. What do you say to Lauren Boebert?
I say that if you're going to talk the talk, you need to walk the walk. I mean, we all answer to God. Not everybody's a Christian just because they say they believe in God. I mean, Satan believes in God. Satan knows Scripture.
She's out there saying the most dangerous thing in America is drag.
Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Guest number 1. You guys, this has to be a quick vote, so you got to get your votes in. Okay, illness. Illness is yes, okay? Or can I change these? Oh, I can. Okay, here we go. Illness or education. All right, so you got to vote in the poll to determine for guest number 1. Guest number 1. Was that illness or was that education, guys? Illness or education? And when we say illness, I'm not talking about the flu. While we're voting for illness or education, folks, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, please. I love all of you guys. I appreciate all of you guys, but not everybody always likes to stream for me. The more you like the stream, the more people get to see the stream. I've got somebody over on Kick trolling away over there, so that feels good. I'll take any viewers on Kick, even Vivek supporters, because, look, Kick is the ghetto. I expect that while streaming on Kick, I'm going to get nothing but the worst human beings that are alive. That's how I feel about that, so I'm actually okay with that. Today, guest number 1. We're closing the polling, guys. We're closing the polling in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys said education. Okay, all right. I mean, I'm going to take that dub, all right? I was going to illness because of the Satan God comment, okay? But you guys chose education. All right, you guys chose education. Okay, the first poll is over. If you said education for the first one, chat agrees with you. Good job, guys. 66% said education. All right, number 2. Guess number 2. We're going to throw it in there. Guess number 2. I wish it would just save this for me. Guess number 2. Illness or education. Okay. And we'll just use this portion of the night for me to talk about all the things you guys can do for me on the internets. Okay, voting on guest number 2, the gentleman in the sunglasses with the Under Armour red shirt that says freedom with the rather large traps. I'm going steroids on that one. Is he educate? Is it a problem with education or is it a problem with illness? Once again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to go over there to TYT and give them a like and a subscribe, even if sometimes they're not right. After you just saw Anna hand Vivek his ass, I think it's well worth your time to give a like and subscribe to the TYT. Okay. We are going 100% education. 100%. Hit the like button, guys. Oh, last second, we got somebody coming in. 3 votes. 66% says education. 33%. Somebody went with mental illness. Let's see what happens.
Drag shows, and yet she's at a family event with her hand between some guy's legs. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't know about in public. Do it in private, but good-looking girl.
I want to talk about Lauren Boebert a little
All
bit.
right. What do you guys think? Okay, I don't think I can do a poll after everyone. That wasn't even that bad. In fact, I'm not even going to run a poll. That was just a normal... I don't know. We need like a third option that says this guy's actually going to say some normal shit, because every once in a while we get one that doesn't say crazy shit. Okay, just a normal guy. If anything, we'll say he's at the Trump rally due to lack of education for a totally normal person. Okay, number 3. Now I'm going to combine the 2 of these. I'm going to combine both of these young ladies into one. We are going to call them guess number 3, okay? Same thing. Ill. I'm not going to do as much this time. Ill or Ed, guys. Ill or Ed. The poll is, are these young women and what they're about to say, is it going to be because of mental illness or a lack of education, folks? Okay, education coming in hot. Coming in hot so far. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. Oh, we got a new Remix Bros out. Fatty, thank you so much for watching it on Twitch, too. I appreciate you, man. I don't know if you guys can ever share my stream, but I appreciate it if you can ever share my stream. I don't know how any of this stuff works out there, but I appreciate you guys for everything you do. All right, here we go. Redonk says this is easy. This one's easy. Yeah, we're going to guess before the clip, because this is Redonk's game. These are his rules. He wants us to guess before the clip, and then to see if we can guess it without actually hearing them speak first. A lot of bracelets. Might go sideways. Yeah, a lot of bracelets is usually a red flag. I agree with that, actually. James, thank you so much for sharing on Facebook. I appreciate you. Anybody and everybody that can help me out, you guys know I love you guys, but I'm going to start asking more and more from you guys because I'm trying to make this happen. I'm trying to be here. I'll start streaming more often. We'll have more fun. I'm going to be making those Progressive Matters videos as often as I possibly can between soccer games and Kuxel 1 for my son and my job and all the fun stuff that goes along with that. But I am devoting every minute that I possibly can to being on here and making this something where you guys can be proud of me. Proud. All right. Here we go, guys. Illness
Have you
or
heard
education?
what's been going? Have you seen the stuff recently? All right. So she was in a theater the other day. This is a person who said that drag shows are the most dangerous thing in America, and she's at a family event, and she's basically got her hand between some guy's legs and caught on camera. What do you think about that hypocrisy?
I mean, here's the deal. I think at the end of the day, we can all be hypocrites at certain times in our lives. And, you know, for me, God saved that in me and, you know, understanding what's right and what's wrong and leading my life through faith and choosing not to do those things.
Education
I
sounded
think that
strong.
a lot of people put on a show for camera versus when they think that they are behind closed doors. Governor Newsom, certain other people, Pelosi, what they're doing when we're all shut down in a pandemic. It's a lot of people do things behind closed doors.
Are you aware of what happened with Lauren Boebert?
Okay, I guess it wasn't both those ladies. All right, what do we think? I'm going education on that one. I just want to see it in chat. Just put it in chat. Well, look, Redonk, shit does happen, okay? But if you are openly groping a person as a political figure at a family event, and then you're coming out and telling other people that they shouldn't be going to drag shows, I think you may be being a very hypocritical person. That's what I'm going with. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are going with guess number... Can I... Oh, I can't. I got into the last one here. How about this? How about I leave the poll up, okay? I'm going to leave the poll up until it ends, and then you guys can change your votes. You can change your votes after the clip. That's what we're going to go with, okay? Guest number... I like that I'm calling these people guests, too. Like, they're guests on my show, guys. Illness or education? Now, I'm going to tell you guys off the bat, I'm thinking education. This is a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of these guys, a lot of these people are looking like education. Okay. Oh, Redonk's saying the last person was educated, therefore defaults to illness. Defaults to illness. Okay. All right. He's got a Biden the quicker effer upper pin on his shirt. He's got an America First, Make America Great Again. But here is the main clue in this picture that I want you guys to all focus on. It is oldprophet.com. Oldprophet.com. I'm not going to say that any of you guys should go Google that and see what that is. But if you did, you could tell me what it is. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Okay. The votes are in. We're going 75% mental illness at this point, guys. Let's have a look. Illness or education?
And what do you think of that? And, you know, she's talking about family values, and then she's at this family.
She was wrong. It was inappropriate what she did.
Okay. Do you see what happened to Lauren Boebert last week?
Okay, I have to vet these videos, guys. I have to start. These are all reaction videos. I don't ever like look at these before I come on here. I'm gonna have to play this game correct. I'm going to have to pre-screen. Yeah, look, Green Oak, we're on the same page. We're on the same. This is the beta. You guys are my betas right now. Yeah, that guy was just some normal dude. I don't. What is TYT doing to me right now? TYT ruined our game, but we're gonna play through because we gotta keep it going here. Okay, guess number 5. Guess number 5. Guess number 5. Okay. Okay. So here we're gonna change this. We're gonna change this. Guess number 5. Oh, I can add an ad. Okay, I can add. Okay, we're gonna go illness, education, or TYT is trolling me. TYT is trolling. That's what we're going with. Okay. We have added a third option. Specifically for tonight. It is either illness, education, or TYT is trolling me by posting a video that I thought was going to be hilarious. And it wasn't. It was just them asking people. Some bullshit. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Appreciate you. Don't forget you can go and buy sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, all the good stuff off bonfire.com. You look for Angry Ginger Productions, which soon, folks, will be called Progressive Matters. We will be making that brand change pretty soon. We're gonna be closing down the poll in 6 seconds. Somebody's waffling between illness and something else. 2/3 ginger. I'm going mental illness just because he's a ginger. So I don't know. All right, you guys ready for this? 75% of pollers say we could use these in studies, right? We could start quoting our own statistics from this point on. 75% of pollers say this man suffers from mental illness. He looks like he's about to enjoy it.
You didn't see what happened to Lauren Boebert?
No. I've been following the alien mummies in Mexico pretty deeply, so that's been my whole focus. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that. They might be little Asian Americans. I'm not really sure what happened.
Oh, I should have thrown racism in there.
Little penises.
Whoa!
The issue in America.
Oh!
For you to get your...
Okay. All right. You guys, if you want to switch your vote, now's the time. Switch your vote now. You got 5 seconds to switch your vote to determine whether or not this man is mentally ill, uneducated, or TYT was just trolling me. All right, polling closing in 3, 2, 1. Mexican aliens. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. 50% says mental illness. 33% says TYT trolling. And education comes in last at 16%. Mental illness rules the day, as is very important here in America to keep that storyline rolling. Mental illness, a serious problem. I don't even remember. We're going to call this guy Hat Man. Okay, so that we're going to start giving these people names. Illness. Okay. education, or trolling. TYT trolling, okay? All right. Take a good look at him, guys. Take a good look at our specimen here. That's a feather in the hat, okay? We've got a bunched up American flag, quite a few rings going on there, and a cig, okay? He's also wearing what looks to be a suit jacket with a flannel on underneath it. What do you guys think? Illness, lack of education, or TYT is trolling the Angry Ginger? Is that a lit cig in his hand? All right. Okay. We're closing polling in 3, 2, 1. Moving forward now, guys. All right. All right. This is good times. Good game. I like this game, Redonk. I like this game.
What's one issue that nobody's talking about that is
it's not lit.
A serious issue that nobody's really talking about?
Illegal immigration.
I think a lot of people are talking about immigration.
He is drunk, dude.
Well, they are, but the problem is that they.
Oh shit! He's gonna light up right there. He's gonna light up right there.
One way or the other.
He can't even light it.
They are
the sirens in the background
at the lowest of the lowest of the lowest things to do because.
Oh shit, sir.
It's
He totally lit up right there in front of him.
Sure, we'll give $200 billion to Ukraine to secure the border, but what about ours? The shit's down there. The shit's.
Oh, they finished on a good one. Oh my God! All right.
I want to ask you about your hat, ma'am.
Thank
FJP,
you, everybody, for playing the inaugural round of illness or education. That's a winner, Redonk. We will be playing that game every week from this point on. From this point on, we will be playing illness or education. That will now be part of this show from this point on. All right, here's your last chance. Do anybody like to change their vote? Illness, education, or TYT was trolling me? This is your last chance. You've got 10 seconds to change your vote to be on the right side of Angry Ginger history in the first ever episode of Illness, Education, or is TYT just trolling me? All right, here we go. Ending the poll. Hatman comes out with a stunning 66%. Hatman won the game. Hatman was wasted. I like the way he dropped that like last education bomb. That was amazing. The last one where he was like, they're securing $200 billion to secure the Ukrainian border, and they ain't securing ours. Like that's some alcoholic wisdom right there. That's the type of wisdom you hand out after you've had a large bottle of vodka right there. He's like, this is a good point. This is a really good point. Solid effort. Okay. These two ladies look like they could have fallen in the illness or education, but we're going to save that for next week. Okay, you guys, I can't let you guys have all of it at once. I don't want you to overload you guys. All right. Our next video, because we are moving along. I like to flow the show. I like to have some stuff that we discuss, and then I like to have some stuff that's funny. Apparently, I like to start the show on a really sad note. I didn't know how sideways it was going to go with that Aruba shit, okay? I didn't know that there was a confession. I am still stunned by that. This is our good friend David Pakman. I need you guys to know that our good friend David Pakman has 2 strikes against his channel right now because of Fox News, which also makes me feel like I better go delete those debate videos that I have from them. I'm gonna get on that tonight. I can't afford any strikes. I've lost my channel once before. Can't have that happen again. But our good friend David Pakman has 2 strikes against his channel. That means one more strike and a channel with 2 million subscribers, an independent media channel with 2 million subscribers, might get banned from YouTube. That's insanity. So if you like David Pakman, You better go follow him in other places as well, because he's one strike away, and Fox News they are on one right now. So do yourselves a favor if you like David Pakman. Go like some of his other stuff somewhere else too. Go on Rumble, wherever else he's streaming.
Well, I have big news for everybody. Eric Trump has finally found the proof that the election was rigged. And it's everything we need to have a really good discussion about cult psychology. Take a look at this video. This is I think that actually this is an interview with Carrie Lake. I don't know if Carrie Lake is conducting.
I think we can extend our game. I'm going to extend the game. All right. Is Eric Trump okay, is Eric Trump I guess I need a question mark, right? Proper. An idiot? Insane? Oh, you have opened up a whole new world for me, Redonk. Or trolling? Okay. We're going to try and even have proper grammar here. Okay. Okay. I'll add all of the above just for you, James. Just for you. All of the above. Because James wants all of the above. Okay. Here you go, guys. All right. Now I'm going to let you guys, we're going to vote on this poll while the video plays. And then at the end of this, we're going to decide. Okay? All right. I don't have my chat up. I'm not seeing chat over here. Oh, Smooth Criminal. Okay, thank you, Fatty. I will definitely play that after this video. Thank you, sir. Yeah, he says in this he's not sure if this is Kari Lake or not. I can see by this earring, this is one of those games you can play where all you get shown is like a name that tune where they only like play the first few notes, and if you can name it, you like win. I can tell you by the side profile of this head that is Kari Lake right there. Karen Lake. 100% that's Karen Lake. Okay.
Conducting the interview, or if Eric Trump is conducting the interview, or if this is not even Kari Lake. But here is Eric Trump explaining how video. He knows that Joe Biden stole the 2020 election. Listen to this.
You'll never have me believe that there wasn't serious fraud in the election. I would parallel Joe Biden around the country. He'd be in Wilkes.
I have never heard this man talk. I have to admit that. I have never heard Eric Trump talk before. He kind of sounds like Patrick Mahomes. That is such a weird voice. I did not think that was coming from him.
Election. I would parallel Joe Biden around the country. He'd be in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I'd be across the block somewhere, Wilkes-Barre. He would have 20 people. I'd have 1,000. If it looks like a duck and acts like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably
that's Kari Lake, right? That's Kari Lake.
So it is with Kari Lake.
Yeah.
So Eric says Biden would go here and Eric would go to the same place. And Biden had 20 people at his rally and Eric had 1,000. So clearly, if you translate that to votes, it means it couldn't possibly have been the case.
And also that clearly means that Eric Trump could have been the president of the United States. I think that he has a solid case if Vivek Ramaswamy is his judge. If Vivek Ramaswamy is the person litigating adjudicating the case, if he's litigating it, he probably doesn't have a chance. But if he's adjudicating it, I think that he has a solid chance to become the president of the United States.
Case that Joe Biden actually won. Now, there's two layers to this. I don't want to focus on the first layer. The first layer is, remember what was going on at the time with COVID? And that Joe Biden just wasn't really doing the mass rallies because it was considered irresponsible at the time to do.
Yeah, because the reason that he didn't have huge rallies was because everybody on the left actually believed in COVID, actually understood that they didn't want to murder the old people in their life or the immune compromised in their life by going to a dumbass rally that makes absolutely zero difference in whether or not a person is going to be elected or not. It turns out, guys, that you can still vote for the person you like if you never go to a rally. That's insane, right? Crazy. Fatty, you talk to Pakman? Dude, I would fanboy out if I got to talk to David Pakman. Next time you talk to David Pakman, Fatty, make sure you mention my name, okay? Progressive matters. Don't send him to my old stuff, okay? I can't have him seeing me curse and stuff like I curse. Send him straight to those Progressive Matters videos. Those are nice and like professional. Colbert's got an impression of Eric. Oh, dude, my pillows are stalled. Oh, that's where that came from. Oh man. Oh, good times. Good times, guys. This is a good show.
You can agree or
I'm
disagree that it
was,
was, but it was considered irresponsible to do it by much of the country. And so Joe Biden just wasn't doing those types of events,
Yes.
whereas the Trump people were.
Yes.
But forget about that, okay? This is all about how cults work. Those who follow Trump are in a cult to a great degree.
No,
and
like
those
99%.
who follow Joe Biden are not. Let me say it in a different way. People who follow Joe Biden or who supported Joe Biden did not see Biden as someone to have an unwavering belief or allegiance to. Cults revolve around some leader, usually a charismatic leader. Now, they could be...
And hero worship. So, like, getting to meet Donald Trump, even if it's from a distance. We heard this from that guy. He was the dude who got the fang teeth, Edward the debt collector from the Klepper. He's like, and Donald Trump's noticed me. He was like, that's the guy with the beard. Like, this is like, that's why it's so important to these people. It's like the circus is traveling all around, and when the circus comes to their town, they have to go to it. It's so important to them. It's like, it's central to their very being. That's why Joe Biden doesn't have 10 million people. It's because most of those people are like, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden. They don't need to go there and tell them about it. They're going to vote for Joe Biden. They don't think that their cult master needs them to show up to fluff his ego. Like, this idea that because rallies were a certain size, it means that you're going to or not going to get elected is going to happen. Like, some of the shittiest sports teams in the entirety of sports have the best fan bases, and they show up all the time. They fill the stadiums, and they lose all the time. They lose all the time. That's Donald Trump. If you're watching the video, don't forget, like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe.
Be genuinely charismatic or just sort of like appear to be charismatic to low information people doesn't really matter. They're perceived as charismatic, and Trump's cult perceives him as charismatic. And you have an unwavering belief and an allegiance to that leader, and you have to demonstrate that allegiance. The left doesn't have an unwavering belief in Joe Biden.
Demonstrate it.
The left doesn't
like
have
the Cowboys.
an unwavering
Yes,
allegiance to Joe Biden. We just look at the candidates and we vote for the better one, the least worst one, whatever you want to say. You put them on a scale and you say, which candidate are we better off with at the end of the day? And then you vote, and then you move on with your day. You don't see the cultish behavior on the left in this way. You don't see the flags.
You don't.
You don't see the same sort of, boat parades or attacking everyone on the internet who goes after.
Barack Obama is a great example of that. Barack Obama is definitely one of the most charismatic presidents that we've had in a long time. And people loved him. People love. I mean, the one piece of memorabilia that I can remember from Obama's whole campaign was that red and blue picture with him that said hope, right? Like, you don't go to people's houses and see that all over the place. Like, every once in a while, somebody will have something like that. But when you, like, I have a friend who works for UPS, and he goes to houses that are Trump houses. He can tell you which houses are Trump houses. He doesn't have to enter them. It is all over the outside of their house. They declare who they love, their cult leader, all over their house. I guarantee the inside's even worse. Like, that's insane. I just, I don't get how anybody could even defend the fact that it's a cult. It's 100% a cult. No effing way it's not a cult.
When I see people attack Joe Biden on the internet, I just move on.
Yeah.
To the extent that I do a show, if I see Republicans going after Biden in an unfair way, we talk about it here, and that's it. If you look online at what happens when people go after Trump, these right-wing nuts come out of the...
Look at how many comments I get on my videos. Videos where I'm not even mentioning Trump. I have videos about Shabibo where I'm making fun of something Shabibo said. I'm making a joke. And I have people that are Trump supporters come on those videos and leave comments. Trump 2024. You're an idiot. You voted for Biden. Trump won that election. All kinds of shit. Like, I mean, I made that joke about Rhino Hunter 1776. You're not a real journalist. Like, these people 100% are in a cult. And the thing about being in a cult is generally you don't believe you're in a cult.
The woodwork, and they attack your family and they attack you as a person and all of these different things. So this is all about what is Biden about and what is Trump about. Biden doesn't invite the cultish following that Eric is referring to with the flags and the screaming and the crosses and the entire thing. Biden's about functional leadership. Biden's about policy. Biden's not about symbolism and rituals as many cult leaders are. Trump is about us versus them, populist rhetoric, Trump as a person rather than Trump as here's a series of policy ideas.
And a great example of that is exactly what's going on in the Speaker of the House right now. Joe Biden doesn't comment on what's going on in the Speaker of the House. You think Donald Trump would be tweeting 24/7? He already is tweeting 24/7 about all this shit. The only reason he doesn't tweet more is his ass is busy going to criminal trials. Because apparently the man has committed more crimes than half the people I grew up with, which is insane. But Joe Biden doesn't comment on the Speaker of the House. Joe Biden is just a policy president. In fact, most people would say that Joe Biden is not very charismatic. He's just a dude that stands up there and to be honest, tells cringy stories about corn pop. Joe Biden is slightly more charismatic than Ron DeSantis. I'm going to give him that. I actually don't think Joe Biden's not that charismatic. He's just a likable person. He's not cult leader charismatic. There's nobody's like you said, nobody's standing for Joe Biden. Nobody's going on forums and fighting motherfuckers over Joe Biden. Like most people that support Joe Biden are just like, no, I just think he's done a good job, actually. Like that's all I've really got to say about that. Yeah, exactly, Robert. Joe Biden is what we call mature.
That none of
He's
Biden's
an
campaign
adult.
was about Biden as a personality. Everything about Trump's campaign is about Trump as a personality and as an individual. So Eric Trump is right. You didn't see the unhinged cultish support of Biden that you saw.
And he
of Trump.
doesn't know that that's
But
a bad.
that has nothing
That's
to do
actually a good thing.
with how people voted.
Good Lord.
And there continues to be no evidence that Joe Biden stole the election from Trump. Not that I need to tell most of my audience that, but I figured I would mention it.
That's
well, I
too
have
funny.
big.
Okay, all right. We've had some requests, so I'm gonna try and. All right, I'm gonna try and get back to some of these requests you guys have made. So first, we're gonna jump in on Fatty's Smooth Criminal. Okay. First, we're gonna jump on. Okay, this is going straight into the YouTube, so don't get me banned, bros. Okay, don't get me banned. Okay. Hold on, is this you, Fatty? Who made this? This looks like your kind of stuff right here, my friend. All right, you guys ready?
This song's been requested by Uncle Fatty, YouTuber.
Oh, nice, Fatty!
Subscribe, comments. Thank you very much.
Who is this, Fatty?
When you make a lot of life, oh, for secrets down here. When it's a happened, there was never some cabin. Then they looked in the ballroom and found secrets, some stated. Then stepped out of the bedroom, found secrets in Star Trek. Danny isn't okay, cause Danny knows you're going to jail. You know you're going to jail, Danny. Danny isn't okay, cause Danny knows you're going to jail. You know you're going to jail, Danny. Danny isn't okay, cause
we gotta get this guy a studio.
Danny isn't okay, cause Danny knows you're going to jail. You know you're going to jail, Danny. Danny isn't okay, you know he's fighting, that's going to jail. Nobody is saving, Jackson is on, love King Danny. There's a man alive, for evidence on the carpet. Took a look in the shitter, there's no secrets in there. Danny isn't okay, cause Danny knows you're going to jail. You know you're going to jail, Danny. Danny isn't okay, cause Danny knows you're going to jail. You know you're going to jail, Danny.
All right.
You've been down by, young and hung by, cause you're a born criminal.
Yeah, we gotta. Okay, Fatty, we gotta get this guy studio time because he's got some awesome lyrics, but the audio needs work, dude. Audio needs work. We gotta get him run that through auto-tune in your golden redonk. Okay, Fatty, you need to copy paste what Redonk just said and send it to our boy there. Okay. Dude, that is the lyrics were on point. We need to work on his audio, okay? So we need to help that man out because we need voices like that in the community. Okay, hold on. What did you link to me, Redonk? Because I'm gonna click this and it's gonna play right on my YouTube. Damn, you're way back here. How far back are you? Oh, we got some remix bros from Fatty. Okay. And we got, okay, BTC. We're gonna go with, I can't find yours. You're gonna have to relink it to me. I don't know, you've linked something at some point, Radon. We're gonna go with the BTC video that James is linking for me here. I like that. Because, you know, I love him. Dude, I've been hollering at Brian Tyler Cohen like every day that I'm on there. Like, pay attention to me, Brian. Give me a job. We need to collab. We need to hang out. Joe Biden humiliate. Okay, here we go. Right here. 1 hour ago. This is hot off the presses. Brian Tyler Cohen, my favorite dude.
Jim Jordan's current predicament and unable to secure the speakership.
I ache for him. No. Zero. None.
Mr. President?
You know things are bad for Jim Jordan when even the President of the United States is embarrassing you. This is Biden during his overseas trip to Israel, referencing Jim Jordan's second consecutive day failing to secure enough votes to become Speaker. On Monday, he garnered only 200 votes, losing 20 Republicans, which seemed pretty bad until we got to Tuesday, where he garnered 199 votes, losing 20.
He asked him if he felt anything for Jim Jordan and his issues with winning the Speaker of the House, and he said, "I feel for him." And then he said, "No, not even a little bit." Dude, that's like getting owned by your grandpa. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest, okay? That's like when your grandpa's got jokes and he just shits on you, dude. Like, you don't see it coming and it just makes it that much worse.
22 Republicans. And look, I'm not much of a math guy, but it doesn't seem like the numbers are trending in the right direction for Jim Jordan. And that's a point that's being driven home even by his own fellow Republicans.
Do you see Jordan getting to 217 anytime soon, or do you think he's going to keep doing worse and worse?
Yeah, redonk. Redonk. Look, my mother-in-law was born in Maui, bro. My wife is Hawaiian. I am fully in support of him running over to Israel faster than Hawaii, dude. Like, that makes complete sense. Look, the shit that happened in Hawaii was horrific and terrible and just like one of these things that like happens out of nowhere that shouldn't happen, but it did, and it's just like the worst thing that could happen to those people. But they got The Rock and Oprah, okay? They got The Rock and Oprah, okay? Israel? The Rock isn't going to Israel, bro. Oprah might. I doubt it, okay? So him going to Israel, that's the right move. And guess what? Okay, whether you're Israel or Hamas, wherever you want to go, I told you guys I ain't touching that subject. Okay? My stance on the Israel-Hamas thing is any innocent person on either side that is dying is a tragedy. Children, women being assaulted, people being taken hostage, all of that stuff, horrible stuff. But the United States of America is Israel's ally. Joe Biden flew to Israel immediately because that's his job to do that. And he brought the biggest goddamn aircraft carrier that has ever been invented in the world. That's what he was supposed to do. So as far as being a president goes and what he's supposed to do for his job, He did what he was supposed to do. So that's what I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, and Hawaii didn't need Joe Biden over there, dude. Hawaii needed help from people that could make a difference. Joe Biden's ass doesn't need to be over there on the beach talking all slow and telling people stuff. No, they needed people that could get work done. That's why they brought The Rock, dude. They brought The Rock over there because that's his people.
I believe he's done. He needs to withdraw from this. He's going to lose more votes tomorrow. I know it. Already have. I know who's going to cross over and change. He doesn't have any pathway forward to 217.
Granted, not every Republican is being forthright about what's happening here. Some Republicans, very rightly recognizing how this continued dysfunction makes their party look, have now resorted to blaming Democrats for what's happening in the House.
McCarthy was never in a hole this deep.
Look at this guy.
But Speaker McCarthy was elected, and he was the Speaker of the House. He was the largest Republican fundraiser ever.
Oh, this is Austin Scott. This is the guy that ran against Jim Jordan, which I applaud this man. He did not let Jim Jordan's ass come in there and just win the speakership. He ran against him. But I had never heard of this dude. You guys got to go watch my it was not this one, it was Hakeem Jeffries, Progressive Matters Hakeem Jeffries episode. Dude, there is a funny part in there where I play the Conor McGregor. Who the fuck is this guy? I just had that moment again. I've seen this man's face and I forgot already. Like, this dude is, it is hard to remember this dude's face. I don't know what he's done. I don't know why he's important, why people are talking to him now, but I applaud the fact that he ran against Jim Jordan. I'll give him that.
For us as House Republicans, I mean, the Democrats knew what they were doing when they put up 208 votes to take him out of the speakership, and that's what created the current situation that we're in. So then we had a conference meeting.
They didn't take him out of the speakership. I mean, you guys are the majority.
You're Republicans.
But you guys
eight
are the majority,
Republicans
right?
did, sir.
96% of the votes came from Democrats,
You-
Brianna. I mean, just factually speaking,
Sir,
there were only 8 Republicans, and there were 208 Democrats. I mean, 208 Democrats.
But sir, who's in the
voted.
majority?
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, the Democrats were the majority of that vote.
No, who's in the majority in the House of
That
Representatives?
was smooth. Generic
The
white
Republicans are in
man.
the majority,
Exactly,
but the Democrats
Bucket.
provided the majority of the votes to take Kevin McCarthy
Jesus
out of the
Christ.
speakership.
Okay.
In fact, they provided 96% of the votes.
Okay, we're closing the vote. We're closing the vote on Eric Trump. Okay, closing the vote. Let's see. The Eric Trump, we closed the vote winning with tied. He's an idiot and all of the above. We are starting a new poll. A new poll. Who? Okay. Is Austin, what's his name? Austin Scott? Yeah, Austin Scott. Is Austin Scott Okay, here you go, guys. New poll. Oh, I think I fucked up his name. You guys know what I was talking. Aston. Is Aston Scott mentally ill, an idiot, or all of the above? Oh, damn, I should have put confused in there. Sorry, James. He does have a very confused look on his face. Holy Jesus.
Votes.
Republicans provided the key votes. They're in the majority. They can provide enough votes, obviously, to put a Republican
Look at
speaker,
this man.
Brianna,
in
the
place.
Democrats provided 96% of the votes. 208 Democrats voted to remove the Republican Speaker of the House.
You know
8
that's
Republicans
so
voted to remove the
dishonest.
Republican Speaker of the House. So 96% of the votes came from Democrats to remove the Republican Speaker of the House.
I will
They
say, I
removed the
find it.
largest fundraiser that we've ever had.
Brianna, you have to ask him. Could the Democrats have removed him without the help of the Republicans? Specifically, 8 of those mofos. Ask him that. Jesus Christ.
They knew what
It's
they were
some
doing.
interesting. It's some
Constipated.
interesting
Damn it! I gotta
gymnastics.
ask
will
you
give
guys
you that,
before I
but
do
I want to
this.
talk about the future here.
What do you mean gymnastics? I'm just talking about the facts. 208 Democrats voted. There were the vast majority of the vote to take Kevin McCarthy out of the speakership.
I'm talking about how it works, and that is that the
I am too.
majority in the House of Representatives, your party, is responsible for electing the speaker, not the Democrats.
We are.
Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. It is not the Democrats' responsibility to vote for a Republican speaker. The Republicans have a majority in the House. And so instead of relying on the Democrats to do their jobs for them, maybe the Republicans should use the majority that they campaigned for and that they now have to elect a speaker from their own party. Remember, the Democrats had the exact same size majority in the last Congress.
Who
and
made
yet,
the
instead
rule?
of whining about Republicans voting against Nancy Pelosi, which they all did, Democrats acted like adults, coalesced around their Democratic candidate, voted for her, and got on with the business of governing.
Imagine that.
So maybe the issue here isn't that the minority party didn't come rescue you. Maybe the issue is that the majority party.
We need to put up another poll. How sharp is Brian Tyler Cohen's suits? This man has some well-made suits. He just, every time I see Brian Tyler Cohen on video, I feel like a homeless person. The man is always sharp. I need to work on my game. Like y'all saw me in the Progressive Matters. I got a collared button-up shirt on. That's about as high class as this ginger gets. So I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to invest in some nice. Look at that suit. That's a nice suit.
Has a fundamental inability to govern.
I don't have
Instead of complaining,
$2,600.
now
I
might
need
be a good
y'all to
opportunity
donate.
for some introspection by Republicans.
Help me get a
the other
suit.
point worth noting is that it was Kevin McCarthy himself who agreed to a Republican rule that allowed only one member of Congress to introduce a motion to vacate. The Democrats didn't want that rule, but it was the Republicans who insisted.
Yeah,
and then it was a
exactly.
Republican, Matt Gaetz, who used it to oust Republican Kevin McCarthy. And yet somehow, despite the rule being demanded by a Republican, agreed to and implemented by a Republican, and then used by a Republican, it's still the fault of the Democrat.
And do you like how clear and well-spoken someone like David Pakman or Brian Tyler Cohen are? Like, you go watch Fox News and it's just like the dumbest shit you've ever seen in your life. But you watch these dudes talk, they're clear, they're concise, they're to the point, like they're understandable, like they're relatable. Like, I go to Fox News and it's nothing but hyperbole. It's like I said, it's something I forgot who said it earlier. I think maybe it's Destiny was talking about it. That people confuse news media with punditry. That these guys go on and they're just pundits now. It's just opinion op-eds. And none of it is actual news anymore. The CNNs, the Fox Newses, then it's all just opinion now.
How convenient. And it's a point, by the way, that AOC called out during our most recent interview.
Well, I think that Democrats tried to save Republicans from themselves. There was this entire rule that allowed for one member of the House to try to kick out the Speaker of the House was something that was adopted by Republicans in January of this year. Every single Democrat voted against this rule. We said this is bad for the institution. This is not going to be good for you all. And they didn't listen. They voted for this. They put this structure into place. And, all we can say is that we tried. We did try.
And of course, to watch the full interview with AOC, click the link right here on the screen or check out the interviews playlist on my YouTube channel. So now we head into day 3 of this Republican effort to do the bare minimum to try and elect a speaker to even be able to start the business of governing. This is basically the equivalent of a football team coming into the season, beating their chest about how great they're going to be, how they're going to be undefeated, and yet far from winning any championships, they can't even figure out who the team captain is going to be to go out onto the field to do the coin toss. We are 3 days into figuring out who's going to call heads or tails. And if that seems like a ridiculous analogy, it's not. What's ridiculous is that we have an entire political party, a major political party in this country, that managed to get themselves a majority in the House despite being too incompetent to know how to do the bare minimum required to start governing. That's the ridiculous part. But what's especially telling about what will be the 3rd day of voting is that Jim Jordan's spokesman has already come out and said that Jordan won't be withdrawing his name from consideration for the Speaker of the House. In other words, he was nowhere close to where he needed to be on the first ballot. He was then even farther away on the second ballot, and somehow Jim Jordan looked at that and decided, you know what? I have a mandate to lead. No person has gotten this few votes on a speaker ballot in over 100 years. True story, by the way. So clearly, what needs to happen is that I continue to offer myself up as the savior of the Republican conference. The delusion would be funny if it wasn't so pathetic. But here's the thing. If this is frustrating or embarrassing for Republicans in the House conference, you have no one but yourselves to blame. This is what you get when you embolden election deniers. You get someone who denies the results of elections. Jim Jordan has been thoroughly repudiated by his conference, and yet because election denialism runs in his blood, and the blood of that party, he doesn't care what the votes say. He just blindly plows ahead because, just like his deity Donald Trump, he's decided that he's the savior, that the party needs him, that no one can lead like him, that he'll keep shoving himself down everyone's throats until they finally accept him. You've all heard the leopards eating faces analogy. Republicans were so content to push election denialism when it suited them, never thinking it would backfire. Well, guess what? It did. And now you're stuck with Jim Jordan and the abject humiliation that is coming from ballot after ballot after ballot of him rejecting the election results that could not be clearer. So look, I don't do predictions, but I feel pretty damn comfortable suggesting that Jim Jordan will very likely not be the next Republican speaker, no matter how difficult it is for him to accept objective reality. But regardless of what ultimately does happen, the fact that Jim Jordan was ever in serious contention to be second in line to the presidency is the most damning indictment of the Republican Party that you could possibly find. This is a far-right extremist who helped Donald Trump in his efforts to overturn the last election and who sympathizes with insurrectionists. He's passed zero legislation during his almost 2 decades in Congress. He has authored draconian bills like a nationwide abortion ban, and he's best known for reportedly helping cover up the sexual abuse perpetuated by a teen doctor while he...
Thanks, DJ. That's going straight into the suit fund, man. 100%. Dude, I would 100% mandate that dude. Ain't nothing wrong with that, James. If Mr. Brian Tyler Cohen sent me a DM right now, I'd hop in that car, head on wherever the fuck he lives. I don't know where he lives at all. I'm heading right over to his house. He probably don't want to let me know where he lives, though. Dude, 100% mandate. Let me tell you right now, everything that Brian Tyler Cohen is saying right now is nothing but facts. And we all think this. We all know this. They know this. They voted for people that tried to overturn an election. They stood up and defended people that wanted to overturn an election. They knew that they were screwed, and their only chance at staying relevant was supporting people that committed treason. And now they're all paying for it. Because you can't just invite the person that tried to overturn the election into your party and just be like, we'll just act like they're not there. It'll be fine. No, they are who they are. They're loud. They're obnoxious. They wanted to overturn the election. They didn't want that because they're selfless, giving people. They did that because they're selfish people that want power and control. They're not going to sit there timidly in your party and just listen to what you have to say to them. They're going to try and take it over. And that's what they're doing. And the Republicans are screwed. Screwed. Because they have nowhere to go from here. Zero. They're stuck. Because they let a bunch of treasonous ass traitors into their party. And they defended them. Good luck. Good luck. Brian Tyler Cohen is spitting nothing but facts.
He was the assistant wrestling coach at OSU. And yet at one point, 200 Republicans said, yup, that's our guy. This is our leader. This is who speaks for us. This is who should represent our party. Even if Republicans do manage to choose a speaker at some point, they've already proven that their judgment can't be trusted and that they're not a party fit for the majority. Although by now, that has already become abundantly clear. Before you go, I need some help.
Dude. Brian Tyler Cohen's about to ask you to go like his Spanish channel too. If you haven't, support Brian Tyler Cohen. We need more people like him, especially if people like David Pakman get their third strike from Fox News. Small news media is really what's going to give you the best information that you can possibly get out there nowadays. It's not going to be MSNBC. It's not going to be Fox News. It's going to be Brian Tyler Cohen. It's going to be even on the right. You know, I don't know of anybody out there, but actually all of those people are just grifters and conspiracy theorists. But hey, hopefully one day, maybe once they get out of this this conspiracy treasonous ass traitor arc that they're going through right now, Once they get out of the traitor arc, maybe they'll get to finding somebody on the right that isn't absolutely insane to do some smaller news media. But over here on the left, it does seem like there's quite a few dudes that are just out here spitting straight facts about what's going on. There's no need. You don't need to twist any of this. It's all just bad. All bad. Treason's the worst thing that you can do in this country if you're a politician. Well, a couple of PDF files as well. That was good. Thank you, James. Thanks for sharing that, man. That was really good. Okay, guys. So I know you guys noticed this. I know you guys already noticed this. And I know this is how I got started. This is how I got most of you here in the first place, right? But I also know that the Daily Show doesn't always like me looking at their stuff. So we're going to watch just this one interaction between Jordan Klepper and this kid. I don't know if you guys have seen this one yet, but it was insane to watch. So I want to watch this with you guys, and if it starts giving me the warning, I'll take it down. So I might take it down. I might stop it, but only if it gives me the warning.
About the new piece of must-have MAGA merch, the mugshot.
Never surrender to the tyranny.
What is Trump doing here on this shirt?
This is his mugshot.
Gotcha. So that was taken when he surrendered to authorities to have his picture taken.
This is seriously, yeah, you're correct. This is a illness or education. No, don't. Why'd you retract that, Redonk? Don't you dare retract that. I saw that. This is an illness or education clip. 100% this is. Holy shot. That moment, he just stands there. That moment when his words reached his brain, and you just saw him stop. Oh, you're right, Redonk. We can almost always pick illness, right? Jesus Christ, man. Let's see that one more time.
That was taken when he surrendered to authorities to have his picture taken.
Huh?
Surrender, but
is that on the back? Is the butt? Let me see the back. Let me see the back.
I think
Butt.
it's just Trump.
It's just Trump. So where's the butt part? That's implied? Nick, take me through your.
All right, that's it. All right, actually, you know what? I haven't gotten the warning yet. We'll watch a little bit of this one too.
Your fit.
Well, I bought the socks in town.
These socks have Trump hair on it.
Yes, sir.
Dude.
Pay for this sweatshirt.
Dude, the Trump hair. Who would wear socks like that? That's so gross, dude. I mean, I know it's not his real hair, but it's still weird as hell, dude. How much did you pay for that? What did he say? $40. Dude.
Yes, sir.
How much did you pay for this sweatshirt?
$40.
Yeah. How much you pay for the hat?
25. I think I get a hat at least once a month.
How many Trump hats do you have?
Probably 40 or so.
How do you feel America's doing under Biden economically?
Not good. I think, inflation and the gas price, everything has gone up. Milk and eggs are just through the roof, like buying regular food is, So you got to work 4 jobs to pay your rent. And
yeah. How much money have you spent on Trump swag?
a couple $1,000.
That's a lot. But
Oh, God, I have missed Jordan Klepper. I don't know how many of you guys I got from that period of time, but that is like literally where I got all like 2,600, 2,700 of my subscribers was from my Klepper videos going viral. Or viral. Viral for an old 43-year-old dude, bald ginger dude. It was viral for me, guys. But that is literally, it was a moment in time, probably about 8 months ago, when my Klepper videos went crazy and I'd have hundreds of comments on my videos and I had to get away from it because I didn't want to be just reacting to Klepper videos for the rest of my life. Not to mention exactly, I'm going to be messaging Jordan Klepper and being like, keep making videos. This is the only way I can stay relevant. No, I wanted to do something different. That's why I've changed where I'm going. That's why Progressive Matters exists now. That's why we're rebranding. But I will tell you this right now, guys. I love watching Jordan Klepper. It is some of the funniest stuff I have ever seen in my life. It's one of the few things that got me through the whole Donald Trump period, was just like watching the insanity that you see in these videos. Just so amazing. So amazing. Thousands of dollars spent on merchandise. But people are having a real hard time. Good God.
$1,000.
Wow, that's a lot. But people are having a hard time paying for the necessities.
Right.
Yeah.
As the Donald rolled in, I
my
wondered
God,
what
here you
fresh
guys go.
ideas I had missed on the campaign trail.
He's been out in Iowa talking about.
If you're a
when I was
member,
there, he was
you get to
talking
use
about
the
how he
clipper.
changed the name from Crooked Hillary to Crooked Joe Biden.
Oh, so he is
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Great.
Sadly, the Donald's campaign appearances aren't the only thing on his schedule.
Holy
How many
Jesus.
indictments are we up to now?
Georgia,
Georgia? Okay, great. That's
New York City.
New York City.
That's the most, the bankruptcy. And
New York is the bankruptcy one.
No,
Great.
no.
It's hard to keep them straight.
No. New York City is not the bankruptcy. That's the fraud case in New York. The indictment in New York is the hush money case. The using campaign funds to cover up an illicit affair. That would be that one. There was the sexual abuse case in New York that has already been litigated, the civil, which he was found guilty of defamation in, which he was then also happened, was it one more time after, because he went on that CNN thing the day after and then defamed her again, E. Jean Carroll, okay? So, and then there's also the fraud case, which he was found guilty of committing fraud, which now he may not be allowed to do business in New York anymore. But they're still actually litigating against him there. Attorney General Letitia James still doing work there, which he most likely is going to lose that case in New York too. But no, not the indictment. The indictment is actually for the hush money cover-up. Oh, God. This is amazing. Oh,
Right.
they're giving me the warning. All right. We'll get out of the Klepper. We got to watch a couple things. Oh, man. It's good times, though, going back, man. It's good times. One of the things that we're going to have to weekly start doing here is Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project every week is putting out like a recap of what happened in the prior week. Okay, so we're going to watch this one, okay? We're going to watch this one. And then if you guys got any... Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off. That's not a bad idea. And I'm also going to have to like cut this. I'm going to have to trim it out of the video at the end. But that's fine. It was good times. I'm glad we got to watch a Klepper vid together for like half a second. It brings back the old times. Okay. So we're going to watch the Lincoln Project last week in Republican history. And then if you guys have any videos to finish the stream off, funny videos only. Stuff that's upbeat, because you guys know the way we end the show. We end the show with happiness and good vibes, because that is the world in which those of us that are still sane live in. Okay, so you guys send me over any videos. I know that you said Remix Bros had one, Fatty. I will check that out, and we will finish off with the happy stuff. If you have not liked, please hit the like button. It does help me out immensely. Please share if you can share. I appreciate you guys as always. Let's take a look at what last week in the Republican Party looks like. Every week it's so weird. Randy Rainbow. I love Randy. My wife introduced me to Randy Rainbow.
You are the most famous man on planet Earth.
You're possibly right.
We are getting this nation ready for the return of Donald J. Trump, that we will stake this...
We do not deify or worship Donald Trump.
Donald Trump! Donald Trump! Donald!
You know, Hezbollah is very smart. They're all very smart.
Do you think that's the right tone to set at a time like this? It was also critical of Benjamin Netanyahu. What do you think of all of that?
Well, I think Donald Trump needs to answer for Donald Trump's own comments.
And if the election wasn't rigged, there would be nobody even thinking about going into Israel.
Why would you say to Ken Buck that the election was stolen in 2020? That was not stolen.
Republicans eat their young. They really do. They eat their young.
What I would remind a lot of the members who are against Jordan, you know, because his reputation precedes him, but his reputation has changed over time.
Oh,
he has become part of the solution.
This is like the worst. This right here, I remember like 8 years ago when I had like a small amount of respect for this guy, for being a military guy, for being wounded, and then he just became just like the rest of these fucks. He is just as bad, if not worse. Like, come on, man. At one point or another, you had a set of balls. You had a set of balls. And now you are just castrated, sir. Like, he full-on says, at one point here, he talks about the fact that half the fucking, like, 2/3 of these people supported these treasonous ass traitors.
Solution, not part of the problem.
He defied the congressional subpoena and he was trying to get Pence to overturn the electoral votes. But anyway, you're in the Jordan camp.
But a lot of them did that. If I held that grudge, I wouldn't have friends in the Republican conference.
That's two-thirds of the conference.
Yeah, if you're not going to have any friends by denouncing treasonous people, then you need to go somewhere else, bud. Leave the party. Join the other party. Make your own party. Just don't stay in that party, okay? Jesus Christ, man.
That's an excellent point.
Jim Jordan would be an outstanding Speaker of the House.
Well, it's interesting to me to hear you say that Jim Jordan would be a great speaker, given he was someone who sent a text to the Chief of Staff on January 5th that outlined for you to violate the Constitution.
I was not aware of his opinion going into January 6th.
I've actually talked to Democrats who trust him at his word. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Jim Jordan?
Yes, I've talked to Democrats over the last week on who do they trust, even though they wouldn't agree.
Lying ass. Nancy Mace is one of these people that voted Kevin McCarthy out. Know your politician. We're going to start another part of this. It's going to be Know Your Politician. Nancy Mace is one of the morons that voted Kevin McCarthy out to start all this bullshit. She just said there are Democrats that take Jim Jordan at his word. Sure they do. Good Lord.
Agree with him on many issues. He is someone.
The Jim Jordan from Ohio?
Oh yes, the Jim Jordan from Ohio.
Democrats in Congress?
I am willing to go to jail if that's what it takes for our country to win and become a democracy again.
Ding! Holy Christ. Go like the Lincoln Project. It's amazing. It's the best. We're going to watch this one, but we're going to wait until next week. I don't know if you guys saw that part, though, where he said that we're going to watch the very beginning. I'll tell you what, we're going to watch this part right here. This is what we're going to watch. This is Luke Beasley, and Luke Beasley's got a clean opening. Look at this. Look at this. That is dope. Luke Beasley with the graphic and the L and a B. Luke stepped up his game on this one. Watch this shit. This shit is hilarious.
But remember, Republicans eat their young. They really do. They eat their young. Terrible statement, but it's true.
That is
Oh my God, dude. He's just insane. He's insane. He's like, I think he's reading off of a projector. He's reading off of a screen.
We have reached a level of discourse in many deserves over in an earlier set of hours, particularly at a couple of videos. You know, we really absurd reality 24. The Trump jumping through it. Here's
Controlled by China, but owned and become nothing more
and globalism.
Yeah, okay,
and
hold on.
His audience is eating this stuff right up. Take a look at this.
The World Health Organization has become nothing more than a corrupt globalist scam, paid for by the United States, but owned and controlled by China.
Can you tell when he's reading off of a screen, like off a teleprompter? Like, it's so easy to tell when Donald Trump is reading off of a teleprompter.
When the China virus reached our shores 3 years ago, the World Health...
He looks like a little fat kid. He does that, like, he stands with his arms, like, directly at his side, but he wants to move, so he moves his chest around when he's talking. Like, it looks like a fat kid outside wondering if... Can Logan come out to play right now? Like, he looks so awkward when he's reading off of a teleprompter. Good Lord.
Health Organization disgracefully covered the tracks of the Chinese Communist Party every single step of the way. For this reason, it was my great honor to terminate America's relationship with the World Health Organization.
Oh, my God.
Remember that we're back in thanks to Biden.
The United States was paying the World Health Organization almost $500 million a year. When I dropped out, I took it out of there. And for 330 million people, even though China was paying only $40 million for 1.4 billion people. So we had 330, they have 1.4, and we're paying...
You following the math here?
More than 10 times the amount. That's typical for...
Those numbers have nothing to do with anything. Good Lord. Okay. All right. Where are we at? We said Remix Bros. Remix Bros is what we're doing. Oh, good God. He is. He's like a South Park character. Exactly, Nathan. He is like, is there a South Park Donald Trump yet? If they haven't made a South Park Donald Trump, that shit needs to happen. Yeah, Luke got Canva. Exactly. God. No one other than Trump types in China. Well, actually, no. Everybody in MAGA probably types in China virus, DJ. All right. What do we... Oh, dude. Dude. Andrew Callahan is back. I don't know if you've seen that. I don't know if any of you guys care about Andrew Callahan. I think some of his videos were insane. I'm ghetto as hell, so a lot of his like ghetto stuff with that dude Crip Mac was just like totally my thing. Like, it just took me back to where I grew up, and like a lot of the Andrew Callahan videos to me are incredible. I did the one on the White Lives Matter protests. That was like insane. I really think Andrew Callahan, I know he got in some trouble for something at one point or another. I'm not sure what it was, but I know he went away for a bit. Now he's back and he is making videos again. And in my opinion, his interviews are hilarious.
Former Vice President Joe Biden has been elected President of the United States.
We did it. We did it, Joe. Yeah!
Hey, not Kamala.
How about that, Joe Biden?
Biden! I wanted him to win, and he won.
Yeah, this election took forever, and so we're so happy to have a result, and it's the one we wanted. Kamala is in the White House.
Okay, and I understand that people... He's picking certain people, but these people are happy. Like, these people are, and I get it. Klepper goes and finds crazy people. But Luke Beasley pointed this out in his last video that we watched last week. And that is, he literally can walk up to anybody at a Trump supporter thing, and he is just like, they're all crazy. They're all crazy. Well, that's what I'm saying. He is doing the same thing. But, like, if you juxtapose these people with the people that Luke Beasley is interviewing, these people are happy. Like, people clown on Kamala for that part where she's crying and saying that they won. Like, why would you clown a person for being the first black vice president ever? Ever. The only reason you would ever clown somebody for that is if you're a white dude, okay? Because you don't have any actual, like, attachment to her scenario. Like, you don't understand how big that is to be the first black person. Not just black person, but black woman to be the vice president of America. And people clown her for that. That's insane. That's insane. In this video, they don't all know him yet? Probably not. Probably not.
Joe's in the house. Joe's in the house. It's a beautiful day in America. This dude, that's my homeboy. He bisexual. I see him with a bitch on one side and a no homo, good-looking dude on the other.
Okay, I just said that you can juxtapose these people, and then like 2 seconds later, they literally do it. Holy crap. He just called Donald Trump bisexual. Oh, man. That is amazing. You don't think... Andrew looks different now, too.
They all went deep up in Trump. What? Yeah. You mean, they was fucking Trump. They had like a threesome with Trump. Came on his face and all that shit.
Redog, I just told you I can't play certain things on live streams. Man.
Motherfucker sucking dick.
Oh my god, dude. Redog, did you watch this video before you sent it to me? Let's see if we can get past this dude. Okay, is this the end of it? I can't have him saying it. God damn, Redog.
I signed this flag on my balcony in the middle of a pandemic, and I'm proud of this country for pulling through.
All right.
I'm so fucking happy.
All right.
Fucking cockroach out of town.
God damn it, Redog.
What about Hunter? Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, who's a nitwit, a drug addict, got kicked out of the Navy,
God.
But his dad became vice president.
Okay, folks. Illness, education, or all of the above.
Nobody's talking about Hunter. How come Hillary Clinton's not in jail? You can give me the finger all you want, bro. But I don't believe...
Oh my god. That was hilarious. Oh, dude. God, I miss him. I miss him. I can't click any more of your videos. You're over here giving me videos that are getting me banned on YouTube. Okay.
This is a fun little song about shooting blood from your...
No! 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 Not happening. Hard no. Oh, that's it. Redonk. Somebody ban Redonk. Does anybody have... oh, yeah, he's the main moderator. I can't. I'm the only person that can ban him, and I just can't do that. He's family. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We said Remix Bros. We said Remix Bros. What was it, Fatty? What was it called? Dude, Turn Up the Mic is 11 hours old. We're going to watch this one. No, Fatty, do not encourage him, Fatty. Fatty, you are quickly turning into my Jack. You and Jack have been hanging out too much.
It's our final battle. It's our final battle. It'll either be the worst day in history or it'll be the best day in history. It's very simple. Turn up the mic.
Way.
Is it okay?
No way.
Way. I hope you can hear me back there.
Way.
Turn up the mic. This is the worst microphone.
Raise your voice.
Is it okay?
No way.
Oh, yeah.
It's a rotten, lousy mic.
Way.
Justin, don't pay the bill for this mic.
Then we gotta start talking about what the hell we can do about our country, right?
Absolutely. We got a lot of problems. We had no problems, and now we have a lot of problems. Crooked Joe must take back and freeze the $6 million right now. Take it back and freeze it, Joe. Freeze it, Joe, you dumb
freeze it, Joe.
We took Sleepy off because he's sleepy, but he's more crooked than he is sleepy. After about 20 minutes, the stuff that he's taking wears off, so he gets a little bit groggy. They say, get him off the stage, that shit's wearing off, man. Turn up the mic.
Way.
Is it okay?
No way. Way.
I hope you can hear me back there.
Way.
Turn up the mic. This is the worst microphone.
Raise your voice.
Is it okay?
No way. Way.
It's a rotten, lousy mic.
Way.
Justin, don't pay the bill for this mic. This is communist Russia. This is communist China. Letitia Peekaboo James. Peekaboo James. Nobody's ever heard of a thing like this. We don't get a jury. It's unthinkable. But they use one little statute hidden away. I don't get a jury. I don't get anything. So in conclusion, if I weren't running, or if I was in 5th place, or 6th place, or 4th place, none of this would be happening. I wouldn't have been indicted 4 times or 1 time. Turn up the mic.
Way.
Is it okay?
No way.
Way.
I hope you can hear me back there.
Way.
Turn up the mic. This is the worst microphone.
Raise your voice.
Is it okay?
No way. Way.
It's a rotten, lousy mic.
Way.
Justin, don't pay the bill for this mic. I have a wife She hates this routine. She said it's so unpresidential. I say people love it. I say, darling, you're a great first lady, but people love this routine. I wouldn't do this routine at a State of the Union address, so I'll do it just a quickie for you, okay, if you don't mind.
When I release that power, whoa!
Bing, bing, bong, bong.
Get up! Bing, 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 bing,
I was gonna turn it off, but I can't. Oh my god. Oh man. No, didn't we listen to the Mike Pillow one last week? Yeah, we listened to the Mike Pillow one last week. This is the one we didn't listen to last week. We listened to this one, right? MAGA King remix? Good lord. There's so many. Stupid person, DJ Stupid Person? Is that Laura Loomer? Or no. Smash, smash, smash. I remember that dude. God, this is amazing. Okay, one last video. Just a quickie. Oh, man. Oh, wait, which one? We listened to this one. That one's from 2 years ago. Do we take it back? Back to the old days? Lil KC. Trump versus Piers. There's so many good ones. Oh, the Paula White one. Oh, have we watched this before? The F-35 jet is good. Are you sure this is safe? I don't trust you anymore. You are not in the inner circle anymore, Bredonk. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is good. Oh, no, I've seen this. Yeah.
Only one place where fish and lizards hang out with cats and chinchillas, kick back with hamsters and dogs, parakeets, rabbits, and scorpions. One stop, one shop, we got it all. Any pet you can get and take home. Best pet products and best pet food. Best pet service is Wet Pets for you. WETPETS, WETPETS, Wet Pets and Pablo.
Oh, that's amazing. That's exactly what, when I make a commercial for my my store, that's what it's gonna look like right there. That is 100% what it's gonna look like. Let's see. Math is racist. Is math racist? Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. All right, let's play one more. That's okay. I wanted to hear this one. I think we might have listened to this one before, but we're going to do it again. Because this is Paula White.
And strike and strike and strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let them...
Like, I think if Donald Trump gets elected again, he has to play this at his inauguration, right? Like, how do you not play this at your inauguration, okay?
Against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Woo!
Fire! Dude!
They're coming here. They're coming here from Africa, from South America. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They're coming here. They're coming here from Africa, from South America. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain.
Oh my God.
A sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now.
What the fuck, bro?
Oh. Okay, hold on. Now, don't you guys know that that she was like married to somebody from like Journey or something like that, right? Wasn't she married to somebody from like Journey, and then she tried to take all dude's money? Woo, man, yeah, Kenny Copeland could actually be the devil. That could be correct.
Introducing the Trump's main miracle, the most tremendous solution for hair growth.
You know, they always ask me, Donald, how do you keep your hair looking so great? Well, here's my secret.
Trump's main miracle, the ultimate hair growth potion infused with powerful follicle-boosting magic. Watch these folks go from bald to bold in just weeks.
Oh, this is
Even
what
the
I
hair
need.
follicles are impressed.
With Trump's main miracle, you'll have hair so luxurious, even your neighbors will be jealous totally. 100%. You're gonna love it. 100% real. If you don't believe it, you're a Democrat.
Order now,
You're
and we'll throw in a
Democrat.
Trump-inspired hairbrush absolutely free.
Get Trump's main miracle and make your hair great again.
Oh my god, dude, guys, I need your donation so I can get that product. Oh Christ. Okay, guys. Well.
All right, so check this out.
Nope,
I
David,
didn't even know whether to upload.
I did watch David Pakman do this. It was actually mildly funny. I think he could have been worse, this guy, to be honest with you. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. We're gonna start the rebranding soon, so if you see that the Angry Ginger doesn't exist anymore and it says Progressive Matters, it's still me. It's still me. I still don't have a soul, but I do have a vision. Okay, all right. So we're gonna be changing it because I get too many questions on the Angry Ginger thing. It's an inside joke for me and my daughter, and I hate explaining it to everybody. So we're looking to become more professional. We're looking to have a better formatted show. We're looking to use the Canva to start creating better and more awesome edited videos. If you guys clicked on my video before we went live, I've got a little trailer that goes on there with music because I think it was Bucket that said that there wasn't any music, so I put music on it. So yeah, I want you guys to know that I love you, appreciate you guys. Thank you to everybody that's joined the Ginger Army. Carolyn, a new member. Carolyn's always been supportive of me for a long time. I think Carolyn actually came from the Klepper days. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate all you guys. If you want to join the Ginger Army for 10 cents a day or $3 a month, you can support a soulless ginger by clicking the join button on the page. You can be like DJ. You can donate to the suit fund. I don't know which is cheaper, a half yacht or a suit like Brian Tyler Cohen's. That suit might be worth money. You can do that as well. You can buy shirts and sweaters just like Peachtree, who says they're soft and comfortable, on my bonfire as well. And you can always just keep showing up and supporting me and being awesome people that I love and enjoy and appreciate. And every day, every Wednesday comes around, I'm always happy to be here and always happy to do this. So look out for more Progressive Matters videos. I'm going to be putting them out all the time, as often as I possibly can. Like I said, with a full-time job with kids and a wife. But I'm going to put them out as much as I can because I really like doing those videos. They're really like stepping up my editing game and teaching me new things about how to use Filmora and Canva and all that business. So I appreciate every one of you guys. I'm super thankful for you guys being here. And I will see you next Wednesday. Stay safe out there.